course it is. Save as. Is it? I just have my starting soon screen up right now, but while I just get background. Go grab some ginger ales. God, you changed my Twitch. What do you want to watch when we actually are no longer in the starting soon screen? Because I have the whole playlist, which I'm gonna screen share with you. But Okay, so you have the, I think, yeah, that's, I have one of those up. I have, right now, actually, I have, as just the background screen, I have just the wide shot of Artemis. I have that stream up. I have both streams. Okay, I can wait another minute. I had to restart my Twitch stream just because only okay. I'm just hola. Well, I was I just hit the thing to go live on my side. And I need to actually fix my mic setup. I don't think I was muted that whole time, so it's fine. You know, normally that's the opposite of what happens. But welcome, welcome. I am joined by Edda. What?
Hi.
Hi. You should be able to find her in the description, her link in the description, and I cannot believe I placed that Saturn rocket correctly because I had to do it with the starting soon screen up. But we're just here to watch a space launch in like a little under an hour.
Yeah. You can't have that. No, you can't have it. Don't beg me for cheeseburger mac. Go away.
Let me
go. Get down.
I'm going to very quickly while she's dealing with that. Switch my audios so we have the same
You're
thing going on. Oh God. Which Artemis video? This one.
I know, I'm trying to see what he's doing there.
Oh crap, wait, I just muted. Oh wait, no, wait a minute. Chat, there's been a mistake. Okay, there we go. I accidentally muted Edda, but I switched the wrong audio channels.
Oh, oops, that's fine. I was thanking my chat for something. So you're good.
Let me get the, and what you're hearing in the background right now is this. What? Which is the live stream going on right now.
Oh, they're showing Mercury.
Oh, Mercury?
Yeah, they're showing clips from Mercury.
Gemini 3.
March 23, 1965.
Yep.
I think I have the audio very quiet on my end. Actually, they're just quiet in general, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the audio's really... The stream audio here is really quiet.
Yeah, I had to turn it up a little bit.
I might have to go into my browser and turn it up directly that way.
Yeah.
This is like a Twitter video where everything is just muted for some reason.
Huh.
Light crew test? Nah. What?
This is exciting. I'm glad you guys think it's exciting.
Artemis 2 with Reed,
Actually, I just realized I...
Christina and Jeremy. It is really surprising, honestly, to hear that
They
through all these
Yeah.
launches we've had, this is only
they have some other launches and stuff that are coming up, so I might look into actually doing more launch streams.
Oh, ooh.
Like NASA has like a list of their launches.
Spaceflight really isn't a permanent test, right? We have
Chat, let me know if the audio for the Artemis is too loud.
tested and then flown has thousands
Pony going to the moon. I'm not a pony.
is going to be in the test field.
Let me see here. Actually, your audio might be too loud on my
Some
end.
rockets that we never have before, or for the
Let me actually
7
check that real quick. I noticed that you
Oh.
are.
and the new
Oh yeah, because for some. Oh my goodness, your audio on Discord was turned up to like 200%,
Oh, wow.
and I cannot get it. Oh, I was about to say I can't get it to 100% because it's either jumping between 101 or 99. There we go.
making good time.
Loud
That
enough, but
should-
not louder than you guessed. Okay, I did turn it down a little bit.
41 minutes,
Okay.
43 seconds, and
Now
Okay,
did I
you're-
turn it way
you-
too low?
until they open
Yeah,
the
your
door.
audio seems way balanced on my end now, so I got that fixed.
Is a 10-day
For
mission
me,
that will
you
send
fix
the
what you
four
need from me. I'll
personnel
keep talking. I'll keep
on a
blabbing.
journey around the moon and back
Okay, so it is good now. It's better now. Okay, good.
towards
Have you two watched the space launches? Have you two watched space launches before this? I did, but I didn't do so
Hello,
with
Asian wing sauce. I know you're coming
Seth.
over from Edda. Hello, hello. Edda, when was the I didn't mean to interrupt you, but Edda, when was the space launch you were talking about?
The one that I watched, like I've watched some SpaceX stuff in the past, but like actual NASA stuff, God, it was either back in high school or middle school.
I think I watched the final space shuttle launch. Ooh,
Maybe I don't know.
I think that's the last like NASA thing I saw. I've seen a couple of the SpaceX stuff, some of the space launches, because one of my community really likes space. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be here. I hope he gets here by the
Oh.
rocket launch, but I'm pretty sure he's like still either on his way home or something from work, so he's gonna miss the start of this stream. Ooh. But
The
he's
crispy. Mhm.
I was about to say he's up to keep pushing for a watch along stream for space launches, and I'm happy to finally be able to do one.
Oh yeah. Are the Krispy Kreme donuts on hand for the hunts? No, they're in the other room. I just finished lunch.
Have you had any yet?
Yeah, I had my Artemis one yesterday because I wanted to make sure
Ooh.
that the cream was not like crunchy or anything. So okay. So I live in Florida. We can watch the launches from our yard. It's always fun. That's cool.
That's
Are we?
awesome.
Yeah. This is gonna take about 10 days. Are we gonna have a landing stream too? Maybe. I wouldn't
Up there on a
mind.
Friday
We'll
or
see.
a Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I only wondered that because next Saturday I'm seeing family. I'm pretty sure. Ooh.
That's fine.
So, my brain just immediately went there.
You're gonna find Transformers on the dark side of the moon.
Oh my God.
You're gonna find Cthulhu up there.
And so Mission Control Houston will control the flight of Orion.
I forget. Is it a longer? Because I mean, Apollo got there faster. Is it longer for safety reasons, or just because they have the leisure to do longer journeys? I can't quite remember.
I'm not sure. I think it might also
I think it's fuel efficiency.
possibly. I think it's fuel efficiency, and I think it's just because the trajectory of the moon, how it slingshots you back, it depends on the time of the
Yeah.
year and everything. So.
Oh,
I think, if I remember correctly, I think it is like trajectory, weight, and fuel usage. Because it's bigger now. Because there's 4 people up there instead of 3, and they have a lot more room than they did in the Apollo.
Yeah. I think they said there's a hold on it. They mentioned something about a hold. I know they were having an issue with the battery.
It looks like they're still scheduled for 38 minutes from now. I think it's still on time. They haven't
Okay.
suspended anything yet, but
Okay.
they have that little nice clock in the upper left-hand corner.
Yeah, that's actually really good. You're gonna find nothing on the dark side of the moon except for Pink Floyd. The dark side of the moon.
I haven't listened to Pink,
Love Pink Floyd. Ah.
Pink Floyd in a while.
I got their anniversary T-shirt. I think it was 50-year anniversary T-shirt, and I love it.
Nice.
It's so pretty.
Around the clock over the next 10 days to oversee every moment of the mission through Splashdown.
I like when bands were like Pink Floyd. It's just like, what's our logo? It's like, I like prisms, and it's like, awesome.
Yeah.
That'll be it. You know, what is it? Led Zeppelin is just like, I like Icarus.
I like science.
Queen is just like, what's your zodiac? Okay, that's what we'll do.
Yep.
It's just their zodiacs.
You want to sit on my lap, Suki?
Still milestones to come as we continue the countdown, but we'll be right back.
Don't
with
chase
Where's my
me
dog,
around.
actually? Let me go. I'm gonna go see where my dog is real quick.
With that, Megan, I will send it back over to you at the Space Coast.
Thanks so much, Gary. Under 37 minutes until the opening of our 2-hour launch window, 6:24 p.m. Eastern. I've never been more excited for a time. But why don't we send it back over to Megan Carter with the moon board to learn more about what happens after ascent.
Absolutely. I am definitely also getting excited. Things feel like there's
Oh yes, this is Seth King. He's a friend of mine. We've been collabing in various ways over the couple years now.
It's
2 years, 1 year, 2 years, 2 years.
Definitely two. At least a year and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. I went to see my dog, and he did that. He was on the couch, and he did that thing where you start scratching him on the head, and so they just lay back and go like, "Here's my belly." What you doing over here? You want some more love? Want some more love? Come over.
That's going to be the perigee raise maneuver. Essentially, what that is going to do is going to
Not getting on the furniture.
raise
Get over here.
spacecraft from a lowest point of Earth,
Okay.
just a little bit higher into space, and then they are going to conduct that nice
Copy
path,
clean link.
them on
Here
that
you guys go.
circular path around the Earth. That's
You
when
can
they're gonna
find him
start to be able
there.
to really check out the spacecraft.
And you
The
can find
Orion
her
spacecraft is
in
gonna be able
the
to, like we talked
description.
about,
It should just be
be
at
maneuvered
Edda.
by the crew. They're
me?
going to check out those life
Yep.
support systems
Edda
and
VT
communication
Edda underscore
checkout's gonna
VT.
be
Yep.
vital at that
Whoa!
point as well,
What the
obviously.
hell?
Then
What?
we're
Hold
gonna
on
be
one
conducting
second.
that out another
I'm gonna
burn,
mute so I
and
don't
that's
have to
gonna
talk
raise-
over on you.
What? What? I don't know who Anya is.
The
I'm just gonna-
ICPS, but even
She's
after it
expl-
separates,
You know
its
what?
job will not
Let's
be
listen to
done
this woman. I
because
turned
they
up
will
the
have
audio a little
opportunity
so we
to
can
conduct
hear
something
her.
called the proximity operations demonstration, and this is going to be really
Oh,
important
okay.
for our
So they're
future
testing a
lunar
lot of
missions
things if they
because
can.
The ICPS
I know
actually
they
has a
plan to
target
return
on
to
it,
the moon as
and
soon
the
as
crew is
Artemis
gonna have the
4.
opportunity to manually
Gunnar, you
maneuver
are
these
really
spacecraft
leaning
like we
into me.
mentioned and practice those docking
Sorry about
maneuvers.
that. I wanted to
Oh,
thank
absolutely no
my
problem.
Be docking for
I want to
this
thank my
mission, but
community.
that is again going to be critical for those lunar missions in the future.
I just turned up the
Alright,
audio
after that,
of what they're
ICPS,
explaining right now.
has
They're just
separated
explaining
and
all
they
the
did
things
a
they're
second lap. They're
testing.
going to conduct 2 more burns.
Yeah.
And what these burns are going to do is set them up to the high enough orbit and a fast enough speed in order to conduct the translunar injection. This is going to be that critical moment and that critical milestone.
Isn't it
where
crazy
they're
how
gonna
like a
produce
lot of
about
space
6,000
navigation
pounds of
isn't
thrust,
burning your
and this
isn't
is
just
that
like
point that
burning
is
your
gonna take
engine,
them
it's just
out of
firing
the,
your
out
engine
of
for
low
like
Earth orbit
a
into
few
deep
seconds,
space,
and then you just
and
go
it's
into a
gonna set
higher
them on that
orbital
nice
plane,
path
and then you just
towards
get
that
thrown
lunar
somewhere
flyby.
else.
And I know we have
Yeah,
talked a
because
little
it just
bit
like
about
the
why
gravity
this could
just
be a
like grabs you and like
record-breaking
flings you.
flyby, and journey to the moon. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Megan so she can
This
tell
is
us
so
just
cool.
why.
Oh, it is really
Yeah,
cool.
she's
I
talking
didn't know
about
that
the
the
distance record set by the Apollo 13 astronauts in 1970. They were
Oh yeah, this is breaking the distance record as well, where this is actually they're going to be the
248,655 miles
farthest
away
any
from
human
Earth,
beings
and
have ever
this
been
Artemis II crew
from
might
Earth.
surpass that on
Yeah.
Flight 6 when they fly around the moon by more than
Because
4,000
how far they're
miles.
going,
Yeah,
because how
it's-
elliptical
I mean,
their orbit's
it's a
going to be,
long
or how
ways.
far off
It's
their
tough
orbit's
to
going to be.
fathom
Yeah.
250,000 miles from Earth, right? I mean,
Oh my
the
goodness,
space,
Gunnar.
you know,
Oh
the
my
space
goodness,
station is only
Gunnar.
250
You just need
miles,
a
so
you
we're
just need
going-
attention.
I don't want to do the public math.
Oh.
Makes you want to
We're
play
going much
Kerbal
further
Space
than that.
Program. Oh yeah,
we
never
also
thought
played
about
that.
doing
because
that
we
before
want
stream,
to
but I
get
didn't
back
know
to
how
the moon.
much
We
time I
wanna
had
see
before
the
start.
surface. We want to see the
Oh.
far side of the moon, and the way we do that is by breaking distance
This is
records.
gonna be
Yeah,
so
and
sick.
the exact distance record depends on exactly when they launched, like the time, the day. So we'll learn more as we go into this 10-day mission with the Artemis 2 crew. But here we are, 32 minutes, 50 seconds and counting from the opening of our launch window.
So
Feels
to
really,
clarify
really
for folks,
surreal
yes,
here
we
as
are
more
going
and
to the
more
moon, but
people
we're not
come
landing
together
on it.
the
But we
press
haven't
site
even
lawn here
ordered
at
the
Kennedy Space
moons
Center.
since like
Why don't we
80s.
take a look at this video that
Oh.
we have here? Some familiar faces who
I mean,
wanted to
have
wish
we
our
orbited
Artemis
it
2 crew
since
a safe journey.
Apollo?
Reed, Victor,
I don't think
Where
so.
did this rocket go?
You
Rocket
are
go
the
to
real
moon.
deal. You're flying to the moon for all of us, and we
We-
are in awe.
Oh, Scarlett
You're
Johansson,
the
okay, we
true
can ignore
heroes.
her.
You were not just pioneers, you were pioneers, venturing deeper into the unknown.
Oh goodness. I lost my place. God, there's a front going through, so I have like, so I am extra absent-minded. I have tiny dinosaur brain, and I have, and with sinuses right now, I am extra absent-minded. Come on. Oh my goodness, you can.
Hi everybody, I'm Ryan Gosling and I play a biologist.
You want
who
on
goes
your
to
bed?
space to
Yes,
save the
okay,
planet
I don't
from
know.
failing Project Hail Mary, but
Ryan
He has a
fucking
bed.
Gosling.
Going to space for real. and
I mean,
we're
Hail
trying to
Mary is a
find
pretty
from
good
Earth
banger of a
and
film. Have you
humans
seen
in
it?
Sending all our best wishes to the
nah.
Artemis 2 crew.
See it, go see it. Banger. It is
Oops,
so
I accidentally
optimism.
minused
It is
it.
so optimist filled. I'm gonna make sure I turn this down a little while we're talking.
Yeah.
I hope the software
let me
that the
see.
rocket.
Can you stop licking?
Oh goodness! you hope the software on the rocket isn't using Microsoft.
Oh god.
Oh, does the moon have Taco Bell? Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Do they have moon pies though? They gotta. Has a moon pie ever been eaten on the moon?
Again, we are hoping to
Pretty certain. That has to have been.
It has to have been a thing.
So yes, we are
There we got
walking
rocket.
around the moon on this lunar flyby mission to see where we might
I
find
forget. I think
That's
right.
Roywood
Just
Jr.
random things that
Okay,
have
as
been
we look at
smuggled
this
into
live view of the
space.
rocket on the pad, there is
I know
a
Reagan
Space
hid
Center
like
to watch launch
candy
rockets.
on like a shuttle or a rocket one time. He was just like, I just put a bunch, like he just like put a bunch of candy on it. It's just like, here you go.
Being here for Artemis 2.
God, actually, wait, for Apollo 11, Buzz, I had to remember his name using Buzz Lightyear, actually brought Eucharist, and he, the first ever Eucharist on the moon was Buzz Aldrin having the Eucharist when they landed and thanking God.
We're right near Easter too.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of, if you've seen the images of it, it's kind of adorable though, because he had like a tiny little cup for like the wine. He had like this little tiny chalice, you know?
Oh my god.
And he had like, I think like one little wafer. I guess he didn't bring, I don't know, maybe he brought one for Armstrong as well. Maybe he was like, here you go, Neil. Trying to soon have mooncake.
Oh god. Was Buzz Aldrin the one that punched the guy that said the moon landing was fake?
Yes, he's the one who, like, while 80 years old, the guy was like, the moon landing's fake, and he was just like, I have lived too long not doing this. And he just decked the guy.
Wow. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's crazy.
Buzz is kind of fascinating because he's one of the most famous examples also of, I forget what it's called, so I'm just gonna call it post-orbital depression, and that is after people come back from space being like, I'm never going up to space again. How, like, what do I do now?
Aww.
It is really sad. Meanwhile, Neil Armstrong was just like, I'm just gonna retire and live a quiet life for the rest of my days. I'm good. I just like, I'm fine.
Wow. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
I mean, just to hear everybody say their position, what they're doing to
Russia
support
makes
this
good
mission
space
is
food.
amazing, and I'm sure
All I know about, like, in America is we'll make really efficient food, and whether or not it tastes good, it's like MREs, it's a complete flip of the coin. But we'll just package all of our food the same way. We're like, this works, and whether or not that retains flavor, like, we don't care.
They I have it scheduled, but they have a list of the food. Give me a second. I have it like as a scheduled post, but
Well, my
I'll
chat
read it
says
off.
Russian food looks good. Sorry, looks bad, tastes good, and NASA food look good, taste bad, which I can believe.
So
We did-
they have a list of what they're having. So apparently brisket and cobbler and quiche. So they have 189 unique menu items, more than 10 types of beverages, coffee, green tea, mango peach smoothie, chocolate breakfast drink, vanilla breakfast drink, lemonades, apple cider, pineapple drink, cocoa, strawberry breakfast drink, and then most common food items are tortillas, wheat flatbread, vegetable quiche, breakfast sausage, couscous with nuts, mango salad, granola with blueberries, almonds, cashews, barbecue beef brisket, broccoli au gratin, spicy green beans, macaroni and cheese, tropical fruit salad, butternut squash, cauliflower.
Okay, they have choices. Well, I know they can't take bread, so they have to use tortillas because bread crumbles too much. I do know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna dump this link so other people can see it.
Wait, one of those stood out to me. What was it? Actually, I might go over to your chat right now just to see what that link was, because there is one. I can't, because I have this up. I have this video up right now.
Oh, that's fine.
Actually, let me. I realize I have made a mistake.
It's okay.
No, I just realized I didn't have Twitch chat up like an evil person.
Oh.
I forgot I don't have combined chats right now because I had to set this up quickly. So
okay.
My Twitch is usually pretty slow, so hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Ooh, please, I'm sorry if I did. Okay.
You're watching Buzz punch a guy again. I have to look that up later.
For Halloween, so that they grow up, that they're inspired to want to join in this grand endeavor, whether they come work with us here at
26 minutes
NASA,
left.
or they join in industry, but they're helping
Yep.
humankind venture out
You having a
farther
good time,
and
Gunner?
discover
Oh!
the secrets of the universe.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of kids.
Yeah, you're full of energy because you didn't get to go for a walk today, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Yeah, so you're gonna be a real pain in the butt for later tonight, aren't you? Yeah, you're already being a pain, aren't you? I give you any little bit of attention, and he immediately just is like, "Oh, so you're gonna pet me, right?"
Oh, yeah.
You
Suki's
will.
like on my lap, curled up. You get pets?
I don't remember how to pronounce that, Ivan. Do they wear good stuff such as Balenciaga? I can't remember how to pronounce that space clothing.
Balenciaga.
No, but the original spacesuits used for Apollo 11 were designed by an underwear company. Ooh, Playtex.
Like, whatever. Regardless of it, like it's what they're wearing is going to be expensive.
Yeah. But when they were doing, that's one of my favorite little things. Is that a lingerie company bid for, like, you know, because it's just like when we were having the spacesuits and whatnot, and like it's just like, who wants to design the space lander? Like people would bid on, like, I want to design the space lander or whatever, the lunar lander and what have you, just to like decompartmentalize, decentralize it, you know, for efficiency's sake, and just so, and just this Playtex was like, we'll do the spacesuit, and then it's like, can you do the spacesuit? And I was like, here's the design, and they just took it, and they're like, this is actually better than everyone else's design. How did you do this? And it's like, give us the contract.
I mean, Playtex also makes women's products, so
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure it's Playtex. It's definitely a play on latex. Was the company that did it. Well, I'm pretty sure it was Playtex. For their, like, they did lingerie, and then like they also did some spacesuits. Send Doggo in space. We are not the Russians. We are not sending Doggo in space. We send monkeys like civilized people. We need Tim Curry. Tim Curry will never go to space because he's like messed up now. He had a stroke.
he had a stroke. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I messed up now. He's not on drugs or anything, But he had a stroke. He ain't never going to space, and that's just sad. You know?
It is
we
sad.
could never have Tim Curry in space going, space!
No.
I love how, if you just watch any clip from, that video game that cutscene's from, you can just
Red
see
alert,
Tim
yeah.
Curry losing his mind, trying
Yeah,
not
he's
just
like
to...
laughing.
Well,
Yeah.
even in the space clip, you can just see him, like, he breathes really heavy, he chuckles for, like, a half second, and then recomposes himself, then shouts space. But he goes,
Yeah.
Welcome, CL.
Yeah. Like, every time I see it, I'd, like, lose my shit. It's so funny.
Oh god, he had so much fun on that. Everyone had fun on that. You have so many. You have like the guy from Star Trek. I forget his name. The Oh My guy. He's like the leader of like the.
Takai.
Yeah, I think the Japanese faction. You have the president is played by Santa Claus, Omni-Man. What's his name? J.K. Simmons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just the president, because why not? The guy who wants the picture is a Spider-Man, J. Jonah Jameson. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Howdy, Steph and Edda. How are you two doing today? I'm doing well. How are you doing, Edda?
I'm doing okay.
George Takai, thank you, CL.
Yeah, George
Oh,
Takai.
I was wondering if they used the big tractor, the giant tractor we use to move shuttles and rockets around. God, that thing might be 50 years old, actually, now that I think about it.
Possibly.
I think there's 2 tractors in case one breaks down. Ooh, but those things, like, I think their top speed is like 3 miles per hour or something.
Yeah, they take forever to get the rocket in place.
I mean, to be fair, they are literally moving a rocket, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
I know a lot of things, though, have to be transported to Kennedy from, like, the closest they can get things to Kennedy is, like, still several miles away. And so a lot of times they have to have, like, just entire roads closed off. They do it in the middle of the night to, like, affect traffic as minimally as possible. But they'll just, like, move entire shuttle, or I guess in this case, rocket segments in the middle of the night. And just take up all lanes of the road because how big the pieces are.
Yeah, pretty much.
And navigating them is just like super difficult because it's just a giant. It's just massive stuff, and it's just a normal truck. It's a normal truck like fighting for its life transporting it.
Wasn't that so cute?
I love kids.
There is so much fur, Suki.
Even just being real, like I don't remember.
She's setting because of the change of the season.
Yeah, she's shitting. Can you? Why are you chomping on my hand, bro? You got fur
Sushi
everywhere.
in
You're getting a bath
space.
tonight.
Too much moisture, sadly. Ooh, too much weight. No fun allowed.
Yeah, you're getting a bath tonight. You stink.
Oh, my dog stinks, but I cannot get a hold of the groomer. I tried several times last week, and it says the groomer never picks up.
Oh, that sucks.
It's annoying. He has outdoor smell. He has that like metallic rotting smell.
Oh, dog. Typical dog. Suki
Yeah, and it gets worse by the day. He's good for like the first 4 weeks. Then it starts to very slow creep in, and then by weeks like 6 to 8, it's just like I'll just come out of like the streaming room and I'll just like walk up to him. I'll put my hand on him and just be hit by his smell and be like, "My God, that's awful."
To the Artemis 2 crew sitting right there inside Orion.
Bevo, no.
Did
I am not reading
SpaceX make this rocket? I can't remember.
I can't rember.
I can't
I'm
remember.
sorry, I have to look it up. Feet.
Eat for free.
Yeah, guys, you got space feet for free.
Tablets like an Ender's Game. Oh my. I do like how that's one of the earliest, if not the earliest, form of tablets is an Ender's Game. They're called desks. But touchscreen tablets like he's using were, I think, first appeared in Ender's Game, the novel.
No, it was Lockheed Martin.
Lockheed Martin made it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a joint venture between Boeing and Lockheed.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense why Lockheed posted about it last night, too.
That
Like, he was
explains why
saying-
they mentioned Boeing
yeah.
earlier as well.
It's the
Yeah.
critics to say they want to be the shoulders that the next generation.
I can never remember what that stuff that's being vented is.
Was it hydrogen?
It's like to equalize the pressure, but I can never remember what it is in general.
I can't remember. They mentioned it earlier, I think. It's at one point while I was watching it like earlier before
We're going for all
we joined up.
their capsule integrity,
What's
humility.
Have you seen the Bandai F90 that looks like an F90 wearing a rocket? No. But now I'm imagining a Gundam, but like when you say rocket, I'm imagining like the Buzz Lightyear rocket from the first Toy Story movie when he has a rocket on his back. When he has a firework on his back, that's what I'm imagining, but a Gundam. What? What
Hey there,
Gunner?
E. Welcome.
Let me see if I can see it. If it's on P Bandai, I can always just look it up and show Edda.
Oh yeah, to let folks know, 17 minutes is the earliest it can launch. It could take till 5 p.m. Pacific, so we're gonna be here for a bit.
If we need to, I have some videos about space and stuff that I had my chat submit. So if we need to, either before or after it, we got some extra stuff too.
Yeah. They're launching to the moon right now. They're going to be launching between 3:30 p.m. Pacific, which is in 30 minutes, and 5 p.m. Pacific, which is a couple hours later.
Edda, this has nothing to do with stream, but for P
no, it's fine.
Bandai, are you able to add new orders to pre-existing orders?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I have like...
I mean, they do, yeah.
I have like 3 things coming in July, and I don't want to pay shipping on all 3.
Then you need to order it all at the same time.
Well, two of them I did, but the other one didn't come into stock until the other 2 were out of stock.
Oh.
I'm sorry. One of the
I want that model he had.
Very much out of family.
I thought about building a model on stream, the Saturn, actually the model that we have on the table right now.
Oh.
But it required too much painting and I didn't want to do that.
Oh, yeah.
All the black parts you see on the model on the table, all those are painted and I did not have an airbrush yet, so I was like, no.
To accept the risk, any changes to launch commit criteria, which this
We used to launch rockets, like in my dad's backyard. Like the little miniature rockets, you would like make them and then launch them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I remember in middle school we had bottle rockets with what are they called? Big Brothers, which are like an upperclassman from the high school that we were joined with. And I did not have a big brother. That story got sad quickly. Yeah, my guy, he just forgot, and I never got a replacement. So everyone else throughout the years was like, okay, we're doing Big Brother stuff. Seth, you just go with that guy, you know? You just go with this group. You just be his adoptive redheaded stepbrother for like the day.
Brother went to go get milk and never came back.
No, brother went to get milk and never came back. Brother missed my birth. Fucking. Okay, one out? No, you just want pet. He got up to like he wanted to get out because I'm blocking him in, and then he's just like, hold up. How about I just put my head on your thigh, my dog? You want out? No, and now he's doing the thigh thing. If I put my head on his thigh and look miserable, then he'll have to pet me. I'm so far away from my mic right now, Gunner. You are ruining. You are ruining my audio.
Ready to merge their operational channel.
Ah. Okay.
And I updated their website again, and I can't find anything.
Phases of launch day.
No, I clicked on the wrong thing.
The final 10 minutes.
Oh. Terminal count. 10 minutes.
How many?
10 minutes?
For terminal count.
TTC?
10
Okay, so
for terminal count.
TTC?
TTC's on 212.
We're about to enter it, so at 10 minutes, they're talking about terminal count. You got fur all in your mouth. You got fur everywhere. We need to give you a bath tonight.
Communications with his team.
God, you stink.
Wait,
There will be 2 polls that will
I can't find it.
One
We have a
for
rocket launch, but more
NASA
importantly, I can't find
determining
anything on
whether
Bandai
systems
anymore.
and the
On
launch
P
team are ready
Bandai.
to proceed. At this point,
I do. What?
we have a clear board. No
Wait a minute.
constraints.
What is going on? Why?
But we need confirmation from
Oh my
each
god.
individual on the NASA.
Yes, I'll
test
continue
team.
petting you, Gunner. Okay.
So
Oh.
we'll hear him poll his team. The other poll that we're waiting for is the
You
poll
go-
from
you
Launch Director
comfortable? You
Charlie
like
Blackwell
this?
Thompson, who will take that final
Yeah.
status from NASA management.
Yeah,
before
getting
giving
your
the
scruff
go
of your neck
to come out of the
massaged
hold.
and
you're seeing
scratched
the
at the
clock
same
count
time.
down at L-minus 12 minutes.
Gunner, I am like 5 times the distance away from my mic than I should be, and you.
Oh.
Copy that from work.
I am like an arm's length away from my mic right now because I moved back to let him through, and he's just now standing here.
Oh.
Integrity copies.
We'll go this way?
Yuck.
We'll go this way so I can be closer to my mic?
Yes, have discussion with
No? You just want to stand there awkwardly because you don't understand enough English to know what I'm saying? Ooh.
Would you travel to space or the ocean? Neither. Both sound like
goodness, what's happening in the corner? Okay. Ah! Ooh, ah! You're just
I don't
changing
know.
channel.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I copy that.
There's a good overall look of it, guys.
OTC CCL 212.
I do like the 25 for the anniversary of the United States on it. Ooh,
Yeah.
25. 250.
250, yeah.
And CGL
That's cool.
pending, please.
Hold on.
Copies.
No, you can't go under the furniture right now. I don't have space.
We got a little bit more work to do.
Can't go on the furniture either because I don't have space up there either.
From getting to T-minus 10 minutes, but we've canceled the resume time there, and then we'll pick it up after we get through all of our work.
Make space.
And anything
Don't
else that we need
understand
to
this,
do,
and you stand there for
through the
half
remainder
an
of the
hour.
So we'll continue
I
working
don't let you.
to get to our T0 today. So when we get to about 50 seconds from now, we'll extend that hold. CVSE OTC.
Oh, God.
Supposed to be doing commentary right now.
CVSE 400.
Yeah, let's not hope for that at all, Basha, because there's people on this.
Yep, give me about 2 more minutes. I'm going to start CMA2 streaming. Copy.
Know the history. Let's see here. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. I know. Ooh, actually reminds me of Apollo 1 and how they had to fight to get Apollo 1 to be registered as Apollo 1 because it was not any kind of test flight. It was just them being like, what if we just put astronauts in a pure oxygen environment? Turns out it was a really bad idea. And everyone was really embarrassed by it, and they're like, well, just let's not talk about it and bury the bodies. And all the astronauts were like, no, how about we don't do that and we acknowledge what happened? You know, because that could have been any one of us. So the astronauts are the reason why Apollo 1 is considered Apollo 1. Ooh, because they're like, those were our friends. We're not gonna act like something bad, like we're not gonna, like, you know, downplay what happened.
Let me take a look at the number of samples. Could I get a repeat on
Why is the timer stuck at 10? Oh god, the timer's stuck at, the timer went back, it was at like 9 minutes, it went to 10.
Thank you.
I guess they're preparing for
Yeah.
final countdown. You called it terminal countdown?
Terminal countdown, yeah.
Yeah, because it has to be fancy. Needs a Latin root. Are you comfortable on the furniture, Gunner? Looking out a window with its blinds closed, what are you seeing?
Yeah,
Nothing.
I was taking a look at the
Okay.
data right here. Looks like that was a single sample.
Yeah, copy that. RFTS does report that they also lost lock for about 5 seconds.
Oh, sorry for that noise.
Final countdown.
Are we at the final countdown? No, not quite.
No,
It's
no,
almost.
No, chat was making us
Yeah, is that Friend Europe, or is that a different one?
1/10 hertz measurements correct, so we would have had to lose it for over
Europe, the
10
final
seconds to get a
countdown?
second sample.
Ooh, Gnat fly.
Yes, sir, that's correct. It is 1/10
I,
hertz.
Yeah, so from our perspective, the allowance is effectively up to 30 seconds, up to 3.
Europe is the band. Oh, okay.
Europe is the band. Yeah, I knew it. I am so smart on random, pointless information.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if I had to save my life, I'd be boned. But if it's just some random thing, I am ready.
Yo, Ifrit, welcome. Great Googly Moogly. You escaped the hospital in time? You did. But don't worry, it's probably not going to launch right at it. They said it between time frame A and time frame B, so we could be here for another 2 hours.
And I guess for both KUS and CUS,
Yeah,
now.
But it's interesting. I think they're still concerned about that battery.
Yeah, they're holding it up for some reason. They were counting down, and then
yeah,
when it got to 10, they like halfway through 9, they decided, you know what? No, give us a few. It's like stream start. They were like, no, you know what? I'm gonna need a little bit extra. Just keep the opening BGM going for a little bit longer. And starting soon screen will go up will stay up for another minute or two.
Yes, sir. Recommendation would be go.
LP, you concur with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, recommendation is go.
And launch director.
Yes,
okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and just verify everybody has everything else complete.
Water tower in case of fire.
At that time, unless there's something else that
Is that
aware of.
what's that other thing? Is that also a water tank, or is that a fuel tank? I feel like it'd be weird to have a fuel tank that close to the rocket.
Are you still
But it's also a wide-angle lens, so it's probably not nearly as close as it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, OTC, this is CBSC. That 400 step 290 is complete.
Copy. Okay, so OTC, you're complete all of your work.
That's affirmed.
I was gonna give up on what I was doing.
STC is complete.
And GTC?
GTC is complete.
Okay, excellent. All right, and LPE.
Ew! Oh, God.
No open
What happened?
Suki sneezed everywhere.
One of those dog sneezes where they just go, where they have to shake their head as much as possible while they're sneezing.
Yeah. Do it again. Oh, God! Again! Again? Ah!
I have a whole sneezing fit because of change in weather. Ooh.
All right.
I had one of those a few days ago.
Oh my gosh.
Put her in a space helmet, so she isn't smelling all the pollen.
Ready to resume count and go for launch. OTC.
I think it's because of her fur, though.
STC is go.
GTC.
C's go.
MCO.
Let's go.
Let's go? No, wait.
The safety console is go.
We're getting there.
Go.
They're not committing to starting the terminal countdown yet.
Go.
Yeah, they're checking all the ghosts.
Rock.
Rock is go.
And CDR.
Let's see here.
Cruise go.
Copy that. Thank you. Launch director.
Got a strong wind.
Our launch team is ready to proceed at this
The rocket's so big that that's not really a concern.
No.
I know one time they did launch it during a thunderstorm. I think it's a wives' tale that that the rocket got struck by lightning because they'd have to cancel it then. But they were just like, we're not gonna wait another 3 months to fire this rocket off. Like, we're just gonna do it now. And it's like, it's a pretty bad storm. It's like, I don't care. Like, we've had to cancel this like 3 times already. I think this was like during Apollo or Mercury where they're like, I don't care. I know it's in Mercury when I think it might have actually been what is it? Is it Glenn who was the first guy in space? It was one of the first people in space who was like, guys, can we push back launch? And they're like, what do you mean? I have to pee. And they're like, hold it in. And he's like, no. And they're like, well, what are you gonna do? Piss in your suit? And he's like, I will if I have to. And so he did. And then after that, they added diapers to the spacesuits. Because one of the...
What time is the launch? Why is the timer not counting? Okay, so they're getting ready for terminal countdown, which it would be 10 minutes. Launch can technically be anywhere between 3:30 and 5:30 Pacific.
The heart of this Artemis team, the daring spirit of the American people, and our partners across the globe, and the hopes and dreams of a new generation. Good luck. Godspeed, Artemis 2.
Her audio is just out of sync enough.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, so
Let's
they
go.
are we counting? No, but they're committing, which is good.
Yeah.
They're doing all the signs of committing. They just have to do the final check still, you know? It's just... Thank you, Maslow, you know... Oh, no, wait, is it Maslow's law? Murphy's law. Thank you, Murphy. I don't know, Maslow. No, it's wrong guy. Murphy, thank you, Murphy, who made the saying, if you do not... It's like, anything you do not plan to go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah, the Murphy's Law. Yeah.
Yeah, often shortened to anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And he was the guy who broke records on finding out how fast a human can go and then having a sudden stop. How many G's? I think he's experienced more G-forces and survived than any other human being. Simply to prove a point.
They're gonna start the clock.
Are we?
They
Murphy
said
was a crazy
something
guy.
about starting the clock. Yeah.
Get your phone out, take a picture.
Take a picture. Ah!
It's kind of crazy how we all have, thanks kind of to the space race, how we all have the technology we have today. I mean, not kind of, literally to the space race.
Yeah. Chat
And how
Hans is here.
the computers in the original, the computers in the Apollo missions, I mean, those computers are, like, not even comparable to the computers we now carry in our pockets as phones.
Yeah.
Like, our phones are way more powerful than those, which is crazy. Hello, Opus! I'm so happy you could make it! You made it, you did make it. You know what? They suspended, they were waiting to start the terminal launch, terminal countdown for you, Opus. Let's go to the moon! Yes.
To the moon.
To the moon.
The crew are getting to bring their phone apparently with them. Oh, that's cool.
Verify that we are clear to go, and then we'll proceed with the terminal count.
Okay. Okay, they're gonna verify. They said that they can go.
Wow, that's pretty quiet. Ooh. I'm gonna turn it up a little. There's just nothing now.
Yeah, it's nothing right this second. It's just like that silence before the
Well, they only had scripts. Their commentary scripts only went to like...
Time estimate?
About a minute.
About a minute.
About
this
a minute.
really is, though, what it is. It's just I'm going, does that work? Yeah. Does this work? Let me see. Yeah. Does this work? Yeah.
They're launching a mission to celebrate the release of Project Hail Mary.
But not by much, it looks like.
Okay.
Is there a range violation or something? There was a battery earlier. I don't...
There was a battery issue.
But
yeah,
it looks...
there's a... I guess they fixed it or addressed it.
Yeah, it looks like they keep saying that they're like... They keep committing to everything. So I think they're just doing some final, like, triple checks just to be sure.
Yeah.
Just because there were some things that weren't, like, problems, but there were some things that were flagged. So they're just doing some extra checks, you know. They have a 2-hour window for them. So for them, they have time, you know. We might not have time, but NASA's like, let the taxpayer wait.
All right, copy that, and we're verifying our constraints.
Well, they did.
Someone figured out that a JBL speaker could be used as a battery.
You watching traffic, Gunner?
All right, and we're clear from cutouts. And with that, we're going to resume the clock momentarily.
Got it.
And CGLS,
you're welcome.
They're resuming.
The clock on your mark.
They're resuming.
Q, you're up.
3, 2.
Ironic.
Mark. GLS mainline has.
We are going to the moon. I mean, they are.
Yeah. T-minus 10. Let's go.
Have you seen the astronauts?
6:35 p.m. Eastern Time.
6:35
Eastern Time.
6:35 now.
Now counting down to liftoff of Artemis 2.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. This is so exciting.
It is exciting. I love the giant clock that almost kind of, if I may be honest, it kind of looks like it. How do I put it? It looks like it's like actually like green screen or something, but I know that it is actually there for the people there. I know it's there for the people.
It's the lighting.
It is the lighting, but it looks fake. It looks out of place, like it was just like inserted into the image. Is what's weird about it.
Yeah, it does. It's because it's slightly backlit. Yeah.
Let's freaking go! It's working! It's working! Annie would be so proud. You know, that's what they got. They got little orphan Annie. What's that? Annie from Star Wars. I always just call him little orphan. They got him, you know. He could fix up pod racers. A rocket's nothing for him.
Eastern time.
It's got a sunshot too. Yeah. A final
Opus,
countdown.
what's the stuff coming out of the rocket? I forget what that is. I think it's just them like getting pressure and whatnot, but I can never remember what that is, and I am like 90% certain Opus will know.
We'll go to the next stable holding point. This is how GLS configures
so we'll go to a stable holding point.
To a stable point where they can stop the countdown if that's needed. But right now, we are counting down. Our next big milestone.
Well, the terminal countdown, but just in case, we have an extra terminal countdown.
Yes.
Oh my god. Hydrogen boil off. Okay.
So it's hydrogen.
It was hydrogen. You said hydrogen.
Yeah.
Moving away.
Oh, look at that. It's moving. Crew access.
I can't wait for it to launch, and I hope they have like close-ups of when it launches, because I love how the rockets, because so much energy is being departed from the rocket when it launches. The rockets, when they are close up, are just shaking like crazy. Because it's just all this force. Just, I mean, how many pounds is that thing? And that's going to start moving upwards. It's working! Yeah, they're pulling away the towers.
Yeah.
So really, it looks like the only thing that can suspend launch is the tower itself. The bridge is not the tower.
Yeah.
But it looks like as long as this mechanically works.
In case of an emergency, whether it's on the ground or in flight.
Oh my god, I remember they have a water slide. I don't know if they had, but I know Saturn had a water slide for emergency. If like they had to leave really quickly, like there was 2 minutes until the rocket was going to explode because like everything was like set to launch. They actually had an escape system, and what it was is I don't remember if it was like I think it was a water slide, but it was just effectively like it was a slide that went all the way to the top of the tower, all the way down to like a bunker. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
It was just is how they would get out. Ooh. It's actually really cool.
Bro, you are not going outside right now. I tried to take you out earlier. You are not going out right now.
Weather is 90% go.
Like
the range
less
is
than
go.
10 minutes
gave us so
launch.
many memes.
All systems are go.
Dude, he was the chosen one.
GLS is go for core stage tank pressurization.
That means
sorry, Gunner.
Still go.
Gonna close the blinds real quick.
And
We're still going.
To pressurize to flight levels because that hydrogen is naturally boiling inside the tank.
Oh, it's just naturally boiling inside the tank. Yeah. You hear things about rockets and you're like, wow, that's kind of terrifying when you think about it. It's like, it's just sitting there. Its fuel is just boiling just by existing. It's like,
yeah.
Is there any better way to do this? Nah, not really.
Let's listen in for that call.
Not yet, anyway.
GLS verifies last capability.
They need to play the music that Zephyr Cochran played in First Contact.
That's great news, and you heard the NTD verify that with the commander of the mission.
GLS is go for
To the moon, princess. Yeah,
wasn't-
hey,
Being done
Jose.
to arm the flight termination
We should have
system.
collabed our
This
chats.
is so the range safety
I forgot that's a
Ah,
feature on
flight
Twitch.
termination
We are not doing it
It's a
now. I
pain
just
in the
remembered
ass.
that.
No, it's a pain in the ass to get set up.
Oh, it is
too.
a pain. I'd have to go onto Google because you can't do it on Brave. It cannot be done on Brave, so you have to use Google. And then even
Yeah.
on Google, it's like a pain to like set up.
All right, the high flow
Yeah.
There's always those 5 minutes while you try to set it up on Brave, and then everyone remembers you can't do it on Brave.
Engines, all 4 of them, are in the proper temperature range for launch.
You comfortable, Gunner? You have no idea what's happening right now. You're just licking your privates, just enjoying life.
Oh, fantastic.
Looking outside at nothing. Staying vigilant. You don't even know what science is.
So excited, only 4 more minutes, right? Yeah.
Only 4 minutes.
Core stage APUs
We're
start.
so
Those are
close.
auxiliary power units. High-speed turbines, which provide pressure to hydraulic pumps.
I'm just waiting for the power connector at the top. I'm just waiting for that to disconnect.
This is what allows
Artemis is 8.8 million horsepower. I feel like we're just being mean to horses at this point.
Oof. This is gonna give all of you just inadequacy complexes.
We're listening
I know.
Go for purge sequence 4.
Unless you're
That's a
Mihono
helium
Bourbon, I
purge
guess.
Of the 4 core stage engines downstream of the propellant valve. This gets all the air and moisture out of there.
I'm gonna turn up the audio because they're explaining the cool science stuff. The
Cool
awesome
science stuff.
Yeah.
Go for purge sequence 4.
Moving through the milestones. All is looking good.
Good.
Coming up in just a few seconds, we're going to get that thrust vector control actuator test. This is a gimbaling of the engines.
Please show us the gimbaling. I love the gimbaling of the engines. Yes, they're showing the gimbaling.
RS-25s.
Those are gonna move like very slightly, but it's gonna be so cool when they move a little.
Shuttle parts.
Oh, there we go. They're moving.
Yeah, very slight. It's very hard to tell.
It's very slight.
There you go. There you go. Wiggle, wiggle.
Now we're going to start moving the power.
Yeah, like little skirts around them too, or little sleeves.
Yeah.
To internal, taking ground power away, and now going to battery power.
GLS is go for
Battery
first stage
power.
internal power.
So I guess they're gonna disconnect that
Power's
thing.
removed from the rocket's upper stage.
Yeah.
The ICPS, and it's been switched to battery. Same
Maybe those
milestone for
won't
the lower
disconnect
core
until it
stage coming up
launches,
at
because I mean, I
T-1
feel like they
minute
would
and
have
40 seconds.
disconnected those other bridges
Right
long
now,
ago by
the
now.
4-person Artemis 2 crew is 248,000 miles away from the moon, and if all goes well, they will fly by it in 6 days.
Wait, 6 days?
Yeah,
GLS
6,
is
but
go
they got to
for
come
first
back.
stage to internal power.
So I guess they just
All right,
arrive at
there's the
6, and
rocket's
then
core
it's
stage,
like the trek back
which
makes it
houses
10.
3 flight computers. is
Okay,
now
I
on
thought
its
it was a
own
trek
power.
there was 10 days. I thought they like
Oh,
were
no, no,
gonna
no.
do.
The whole thing is 10.
Okay, I thought they were
There's
gonna
no
do a
hold
bunch of
time
stuff in
because there's no
orbit,
margin
just
on
like to
these
double
batteries.
check and triple check
So you
things,
have to recycle
then
back to
swing by the. I thought they were gonna do some
to
extra
recharge if we had
orbits.
a hold.
Okay.
Some of them stay until engine ignition, I think. Yeah.
1 minute.
Right now, the rocket does not know what the
The next
T0 is. but
Tuesday
coming up at
will be
T-33
Moon
seconds,
Day, and then
control
next
shifts from the ground launch
Saturday
sequencer to the
will
rocket's
be
onboard autonomous
Splashdown?
launch sequencer, or ALS. The rocket will count itself down.
I snoozed
to
ads
honor
as
any
much as I
holds that
could,
could come from
guys.
the ground.
So.
I'm not
Shortly after liftoff,
monetized.
Houston will take control of the rocket, and my colleague
So-
Barry Jordan will take over.
Ooh, there's like probably I
They
think
read
30
it
seconds.
whenever.
I think I got
Yeah,
30
they
second
would
ads on
have.
Twitch.
Oh, 30.
Great call.
Oh.
The
Speaking of
rocket is on
30
its own.
seconds,
4 brave explorers
Yeah.
ready to ride the most
though for
powerful
chat, it's
rocket
more like it will already have happened when the
NASA
30
has
seconds
ever
happened because
launched.
on
Yeah,
YouTube because
yeah.
the delay. You're living
Yeah,
in the
but this is-
past, old
Sound suppression
man.
water is
Oh,
flooded.
man.
Let's go.
And here we go.
15
we go.
seconds.
9, 8, 7,
10, 9,
25
8,
engines.
We are so
7,
out of sync.
6, 5,
The rocket's going for me. I think you might. I think your stream might be. I think speaking of behind. Everything went black. Okay, there we go. It's going.
Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Oh, everything went black again. I thought it was gonna cut to a different camera. It just cut to the same camera. There we go. There's the other. There's the wide shot. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that thrust. Look at that bloom. Hello, Storm. You came just in time. At least I made it in time for the launch. Yes, you did. Wow, great timing. Let's go.
Wow.
Got her. I'm excited. Doesn't mean you need to be excited. He's like, what's going on? Is something outside? He's standing up like super vigilant. Ooh.
3 miles.
Don't go out there. Don't piss. Don't piss. I can't take you outside right now. No, it's good. We're good. We're good. People are going to the moon.
Is good.
We're gonna have sailors on the moon. They're gonna carry their harpoons.
Whoa! What the?
Oh, there's a cloud. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. That's just a cloud of never-ending darkness. It just happens.
Mission elapsed time.
Where was even that cloud? Actually, now that I say that, where was that shot? Actually, that might not have been a cloud. That might have been a ground shot. They might have cut to a ground camera, and that might have been all the smoke. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Communication signal transfer confirmed as integrity supersonic.
It's getting farther. I haven't used it more and more zoom.
Man, I wish we could have seen it where I live, just in the sky, but it can't. I live on the opposite side of the country.
It's so overcast. I mean, I live in the Midwest.
And it's
so
overcast.
No way,
even if I could, it's so overcast here.
I know there's a lot of regions they launched from, like Florida, but a big one I know is because Florida has like really stable weather, so they can actually just be like, it's not like the Midwest. Midwest is like, oh hey, how far can you predict the weather ahead of time? And in the Midwest, it's like between 2 days to 15 minutes is the average. Meanwhile, in Florida, it's like, no, you can predict like the weather on average between 10 to 15 days ahead, and it's like, oh my God.
Main engines throttling up, converge.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, they broke off. They're tumbling.
I wish they had the camera on for that.
Oh, we have the
actually broke. That's okay.
They're about to go and fight the Covenant chat. Oh.
Oh, I wish it was a night launch. Rockets like this light up the area. Yeah, they do. It's beautiful.
I just actually saying that reminded me how one of the best rocket launches in video games is from Halo Reach, where it just shows the full rocket launch. It's really cool. It has shots like this, where it's like from here. It has shots like it was from the outside of the rocket, where the extra fuel tanks come off. It's so cool. Hello. I can't say your name on stream, so I'm gonna call you Mick. Hope inside that ship isn't a bald guy in pink.
Oh, there goes some pieces.
Ah! Oh! Oh, there's a stage rocket. At 1 frame a second. So streaming straight through till they get to the moon, right? Absolutely not. That'd be cool though if they have like an active live stream on the outside of the ship that's just until they get to the moon. The delay is gonna be awful. What is
It'd be so cool.
What's the delay on the moon? Is it? There is a delay.
Outstanding.
Those PowerPoint slides.
What's the X? What am I looking at on the screen right now? What is this is all too far for me.
GPS signals acquired after last jettison, now working on internal checks to verify accuracy.
Just a burning ball.
Flight dynamics officer analyzed the time of main engine cutoff.
Can we super chat NASA? If you go on their website, you can. I have the link. If you guys want to see if you can super chat them, go on their chat and give them a super chat. I have it pinned. If you guys want to give them super chats, you're more than welcome to go to their channel. I don't know if they have it turned on. You can see if they do. Oh, this is so cool. Time delay to the moon is 2.5 seconds.
Okay.
Integrity, GPS processing.
Damn, they're so high up already.
Oh, yeah.
Outstanding, Stan. We see the same, and we have a beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
Oh, excuse me. All right, Space Lizard, take care. Thank you for coming
It
by.
took about like
Approaching
5. I don't know if they're
minutes
actually
into the flight,
technically in
Commander
space, or they
Wiseman
might still be in the
confirms he
upper
has
atmosphere
visuals of his
technically.
destination.
But it's like
GPS
5
guidance,
minutes, and
navigation,
they're
and
up
control
there.
Software finishes
Look
Yeah,
at that
she is
blue.
zooming.
sends to navigation channels.
It's really pretty. It's wild.
It's like, I don't think the camera is doing too well.
It's awesome. We get to see another NASA launch with all the live stream and tech we got now. I know, right?
It's amazing.
Oh,
I mean,
you can't
On
super
time
chat
now,
them?
passing
Oh, that's
5
such a
minutes, 20
shame.
seconds of
During,
I guess they would have
to
it.
the
though.
Artemis 2 mission. At this point, 3 good
during
main engines
Apollo
are
11,
on
it says
declared
rocket went
integrity
up,
to
and
a
then, you
nominal
know,
engine cutoff
Uh-huh.
a
target.
few days later, they're
This
like,
time
here's
we're
some
seeing 4 good
footage.
engines here
You
in
know,
mission.
here,
Yeah.
I mean, like, we had the, like, one
Integrity,
small step for
75
man, but,
miles
like,
in
that's what I
altitude,
mean. Like, a few days
330
later, we have
miles
footage.
downrange,
Here, like, we
Yeah.
get to have
1,000
live
miles per
stream
hour.
on the rocket itself while it goes up. I mean, that's insane.
Being co-hosted by a couple of dorks in anime avatars.
Don't worry, being a dork is literally on brand for me. On my description, it says
Yep.
a dorky delinquent dino bro, so that's good. That's good. That means I'm on brand.
I
I'm not
love you, dorks.
coping.
Love you guys too. When we had the first Twitch stream on the moon, I don't know. I know NASA said they are going to be doing like
Booster officer
other
will
streams and
soon
stuff, so
report
we
the
might be able
shutdown
to
plan
like
to
do
Flight
some.
Director
We
Joe
have to keep an
Freeman,
eye on it.
expected at the 7-minute mark.
I'm gonna see if they have anything
Integrity,
scheduled.
78
I'll keep an eye on it
miles
because
in
everything is
altitude,
like
460
almost
miles
day to
downrange.
day. Like
I
we didn't
know.
know launch was gonna be today until 3 days ago.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, it was not confirmed. Is the thing? It's like
Yeah,
they're like
yeah.
probably, and then they're like, yes, it will be today.
Yeah.
6 minutes 40
Yeah.
seconds of
And
mission
even then,
elapsed
in
time.
that 3
Shutdown
day
plan
period,
is
they could have
as
at any time
expected.
went like, you know what?
Again, the time
No.
of Miko was confirmed at 8 minutes
Yeah,
2
exactly.
seconds into the flight.
Even up until the terminal countdown, even during the terminal countdown, they could have canceled at any moment.
Yep.
I mean, it becomes less likely the closer you get to launch for obvious reasons, but
Yeah.
7 minutes of mission elapsed.
Oh, you didn't
time.
know there was a launch or even planned for this day till today? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing
Throttling
is
down as we
like
approach the
I
abort
have my
launch
little thing.
option.
So
Milestone
this was a
at the
bit
7
ago.
minute
This
30
was several
second
months
mark.
ago. They had like little tickets. You could put your name
Now
on it,
84
and they were
miles in
going to take the
altitude,
tickets up there with
650
them.
miles
So
downrange,
Edda's
travel
ticket
at
is up there right
15,000
now.
miles per hour.
I did not know this. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know you were super into this stuff until kind of recently,
I like space.
or I'd have mentioned it.
I like space. Space
The
is
window
nice.
is
But,
now open for an
Space
abort
Yeah,
launch option
so
that would target splashdown
I
in the
knew about it
Pacific
then,
Ocean,
but then it still
following
like took them
nominal
forever
ascent at
to
this
like
time.
decide exact dates and stuff. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm going to the moon technically, I guess.
going
Like
to
my
the
name
moon.
is. I should have mentioned it more. How long does it take them to leave the atmosphere?
About 10 seconds remaining.
Someone else
until
can
the main
probably
engine
answer that in
cutoff of
chat
the
better
Space
than I
Launch
can.
System core stage. Standing by for confirmation of Miko and
Oh,
core
okay.
stage separation.
I understand why, like, the rocket footage itself, like, on the rocket is, like, 2
Mm.
frames a second. I don't know why their CGI rocket is, like, 2 frames a second.
I
know
don't
that-
know.
Because all the good graphics cards were stolen for crypto mining.
Holy
Oh,
shit,
that's
so
beautiful. Oh, sorry, we have to go back to the CGI. Never mind. This isn't even what the rocket looks like anymore. Why? This isn't even an accurate representation. Okay, there it is. That's what happened. We have to show you in CGI, apparently. Oh,
I'd rather go see the other one.
yeah, those shots are always cool. The rocket separate, the stage separation shots are always so cool.
So pretty.
When everything drifts apart and then you see the thruster ignite, it's always so it's always like almost like a quiet poetry to it because there's like no sound.
Yeah. Yeah, depending on the speed and distance, atmosphere, it shouldn't be about, I don't know, yeah. I missed the initial launch, go back.
Opus submitted his name? Oh my god, Opus, you didn't tell me. I was betrayed by my VTuber friend and my chat.
Do they
Stay
sell the
sorry.
rocket parts that make it back in atmosphere? I think most of the shit burns up.
Most of it burns up, but there have been quite a few things that have come back down to Earth in a lot better condition than they were expecting. Like,
I don't think they sell it or anything. They probably
Stan
send it
loves
like
root.
Smithsonian and stuff.
Usually it is
reminding the crew
preserved.
that the,
I'm pretty sure if like
Perry
it's
raise maneuver
technically
time of
government
ignition
property, so if
is
the
as
government finds out
expected
you have
prior
it,
to
they're going to
booster
confiscate it.
ignition.
Yeah.
But if you don't, if they don't,
That
there
time
have
being
been people who have, of
49
course,
minutes,
sold it
50
and whatnot.
seconds of mission elapsed time.
I'm sure there's still like some museums that have little bits of like, you know, they send it off and it's like 300 bucks for this tiny little piece from NASA
certainly.
and stuff. Because I know
Good
like
return
they
on
do
investment.
have like things, yeah. Like space nerds will buy it, and I know the government knows that, so you have to look it up.
They usually recover the boosters. That's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't know how reusable
Most of the stuff
boosters
falls in
were.
the ocean. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it falls into the ocean. Approximately 62 miles in 9.5 minutes.
Yeah, that is insane.
Man, I wanted to see the separation.
We saw a little bit of it, but we didn't see enough of it.
Yeah. I'm going to look for photos later, because I'm going to make that my desktop background if I can.
No, we just have like this
Neds.
still video of a CGI asset. And I just don't know what's going on.
You're welcome.
For PWD setup,
And the other stream I had open is just the launch pad now empty, so I can't switch to that one because that might be even more boring somehow.
That's okay. We still get to hear like what they're talking about, though.
Yeah.
We're doing well. We're doing good. Talk
Passing
about
11
stuff
minutes
all
of
for
mission
space. We
elapsed
recently
time.
had a meteor fall here in
Here,
Costa
overhearing
Rica.
the
It was visible from
conversation
various
between
locations
Capcom
around the
Stan
country.
Love and
Yeah, we've
Commander
been having
Wiseman.
some.
Oh yeah.
Apparently.
Milestones. We have a
So I
good
found
nozzle
out why
extension
we've been
deployment
seeing
system.
more of them.
That is confirmed.
There was a TikTok from a
complete. We
science
also have the visors
space
are confirmed up now past
woman.
the dynamic phase of flight that is
I guess
absent.
she has a degree and stuff, but she was saying spring is usually when we'll see a lot
the launch
more
and
like
entry
fireballs and
suits,
stuff. But because we have more technology now,
that
and
provided them
everyone's
extra
using
layer
their
of
phone and
protection.
everyone's more active
Now,
outside,
not
we've been
as needed.
seeing
They're
it
going
more,
to raise those visors.
Okay. Cool.
which is neat.
And later in today's
Yeah, because there's
mission,
one over
we
the
will
Midwest.
begin
The
to
people of
egress and
Ohio
get
were
out
able to
of
see
the suits to begin some
East
of the
Ohio.
Yeah,
We're
we
able to see
initial
like a big
tasks of
fireball
activating
recently.
some of the
So the
systems
Yeah, I
ocean
think
and
so,
Earth,
in the
Palm.
integrity spacecraft.
so the ocean and Earth space are full of junk pretty
Passing
much.
12 minutes of mission
Yeah.
elapsed time. Again, the
Did you
raise
mean they
maneuver
didn't
that
send a
started
camera to
in,
watch the
near
outside? They
50
can only
minutes of
show
mission elapsed time,
it's
49
delayed. It's by
minutes,
2.5
50
seconds delayed.
That's what the
There
crew is
is
going
one
to
that
be working
that they've
towards.
showed a
The
couple
Commander
shots of
Wiseman,
it, but
pilot Victor
it's
Lover
really
will
really
focus
bad
on
quality.
I think
So
that was also on
milestone.
on the rocket stage that just got ditched.
yeah, so it's
In the
gone.
meantime,
Now it's
mission
just the
specialist
tip
Christina
of
Cook
the
and,
rocket. That's what they're
Jeremy
in now,
Benson
guys. You can see right there. That's what
will
they're in.
start
That's all
some
that's
of the
left
activation of environmental
of the
control
rocket.
life support systems. You may hear confirmation
Looks like
of their
they are just
activation over the
testing
Orion to
things
Earth,
out right now.
communication.
Looks like they've
network.
stabilized in velocity.
Yeah. They're in that cone part, I
They're
believe.
going 200. They're going 200 over 200 miles per hour.
2 minutes to maneuver.
Oh, that's crazy, Tactical Ninja.
13 minutes, and they've gone. Geez, Louise, they've gone 240,000 miles
Crazy.
in 13 minutes.
I hope they find the turtle. Maybe. Oh, he meant to separate the ship into capture in its current angle. Yeah, I don't know. Are we there yet? No.
13
We got
minutes
6
and
days
30
before we're
seconds of
actually
mission
at the
elapsed
moon.
time. We're going to continue
Velocity's
to
actually
follow
slowing down a
the
little.
crew of the Artemis 2
Yeah.
mission.
Okay,
They
so
are beginning
this,
their
I
journey
think this is a
around
different
the moon.
camera than we were
Oh,
being
there
shown
you
earlier,
guys
but
go.
here's a-
Take us
Yeah.
to its surface. Incredible ascent. Artemis 2 is
they just show it enough to be like, yeah, the camera's bad anyways. It's like they're ashamed of it.
Still milestones to come up as we await solar array deploy and the critical burns.
This
that
is
will
part
get
of
integrity
moon base stuff
into
I was hearing
high
about.
Earth orbit around the
Yeah,
Earth
this is
before
the
engines are
moon
fired
launch.
to get us around the moon. We'll keep tabs on integrity and its crew from here in Mission Control Houston.
I have to pee.
For
Can you
now,
pull
we're gonna
over?
send it back
No,
to
pee in
you,
your suit.
Megan and Nicole at the Kennedy Space Center.
We talked about
There
this
you go.
earlier.
Let's, hear how
One of the
the
first
launch
American
experience
launches,
was
the
over on the
astronaut
Space
was like,
Coast.
I gotta pee. And they were like, no. And he was like,
Welcome back
yes.
to the Space Coast where we just
I wonder
saw
if they'll
Artemis 2
show
lift off
if they'll show the
14
solar
minutes ago,
wings
and wow, what
popping
an
open or
amazing
not.
launch and an emotional
I would
one
love
too.
that.
As soon as the rocket lifted
I
off,
want to see it.
Nicole,
Hopefully they'll
you had
continue.
tears in your eyes. I had
Can we get
tears in my
McDonald's
eyes.
on the
We had
way?
all these
There's
people
none there.
around.
Launch
Sorry.
a satellite
Yeah, the
and have it
engine was
record the
wonderful.
next
I mean,
rocket
it was a beautiful
launch.
Seriously.
Friends and family members.
You'll make gangbusters money.
How does that make you feel as someone who,
Let's
is
see
an astronaut as well,
here,
but
as
also,
though
as
he
you
needs
said,
more.
Yeah, so proud of them. You know,
Do you know
and
that
we don't
there's
have the
like
words in
this
the English language to
website
describe
that like
this
you
kind of
can
an
really
event,
bet
and
literally on
pride,
anything, and I'm
love,
sure that they
so
had like a
emotions, you know,
rocket launch betting.
They are truly
Oh god,
breaking some barriers, and hopefully,
yes, I mean, there's multiple
as,
websites
Gary
like that,
just
but
said,
yeah,
they've got
like
a
the
long
ones
day
where you
ahead
can
of
just
them,
bet
so
on
wishing them well on
really
everything, but so far,
stupid
what a
things.
great launch to watch.
Yeah,
You can
to
bet
be
on
returning
if
to
there's
the
a
lunar orbit
delay,
in
how
more than
long the
50
delay
Yeah,
will be.
yeah.
Maybe they go farther from Earth than
Why
any of the
there
humans
will be a
before them. Maybe
delay.
they see
Yep.
parts of the moon that we've never seen before.
There's a big
I
thruster
mean,
behind
what
her.
a great start
Yeah,
to
look at that.
what could be all of these
Is that the thruster they're
milestones that we
using, or
break
is that
in
like a
just 10-day
recreate?
mission.
No, that's the
Yes,
thruster
what
they're
a way
using.
to
Because
welcome
I
the
was gonna ask if it's a recreation of a Saturn
Yeah, how do you
thruster,
feel
and then
like
I
when you
remembered
saw
the
some
Saturn
beautiful
thrusters,
shots we were
how
covering,
they look,
of course the
and
rocket,
they
of
are a
course
lot
the
bigger
Earth,
on
falling
the not the
away as we
thruster part,
continued
but like
up
the
into our ascent, but
engine
also some of those
component
crowd
or
shots
whatever
where we
you'd
saw
call
young
it
and
is a
old,
lot
just
bigger.
emotional,
Because they kind of
overcome
just
by
winged.
this history
I don't want to
making
say they
moment.
winged
we're
it,
going
but
back to the
they
moon
kind
for
of built
all, and we
each
saw that
Saturn
today. We
rocket
saw that in all the
not from
crowds, and yeah,
scratch,
you guys
but
just
from
saw
like the
that
last
view,
one
the
and
sunrise
improved
or
them
sunset. I
slightly
guess they
each
just
time
made it
they
over
built
the
it.
crest of the
So
Earth, and
every
you could see
Saturn
the sun
rocket
peeking out. One of
thruster
my
and
favorite views
engine
from space,
was a
and I
little
can't
bit
imagine
different
what
from the
they're-
last.
What they're looking at now, and I can't wait to
And
see
they're
what
just like,
looking
how
at
did we
in
do it? And it's like, well, we
5 or
don't
6
have
days.
notes on
Yeah.
each
And,
one of them, but we
I
know
a
how
lot of
we
people
did
are
it.
like, you know what,
Just not
I'm
each specific
surprised
one.
this launched on the first try
Oh,
because we know, like,
Cowshy or
any
whatever is the
little
one
thing,
oh
we
the
have to
betting. Yeah,
be,
they did earlier. He was
keeping
checking.
safety in mind,
Yeah,
and we
I
wanna
should
make
look
sure we're
up.
ready
I
to go.
wonder
Well,
who
we
won
were
money
ready to
off
go,
of
and I think it surprised a
off
lot
of this.
people.
Like,
What
how
a
much
wonderful
money did
surprise
these
on this
people
Wednesday
like
evening.
win
It did,
betting
you know,
on
and it kind of surprised me as well. But you know, it's just a testament
launch?
to the
That's
team
so
here
weird.
that has been working so hard on Artemis. You know, Artemis 1, we learned a ton of lessons. We learned a ton from the wet dress
That's
for
crazy.
Artemis 2. We were able to go in, fix those things. We even had a couple mishaps today. Not mishaps, but a couple, you know, anomalies today that the
Now I
team
remember what I was gonna
creatively
look
came
up.
up with solutions for.
Oh.
It's just a testament to the
astronaut
teamwork
pissed in
that
his
gets
own
us
suit?
to the moon.
And so we can continue to watch Christina.
Oh, is
Reed,
that the one that they
Victor,
got
and
that they
Jeremy on
used?
their way now
I don't
to
know.
the moon,
Maybe?
in Earth's orbit and awaiting the next in-flight milestone.
It was Alan. Okay, so it was Alan Shepard, the first one in space.
With mission control. And
Yeah.
Gary.
Alan Shepard. So I was right when I said I think it was the first guy in space was just on the rocket. Sorry, the first American in space was just there, and it's like I gotta pee.
Procedures they need to get to immediately in their
Okay.
timeline.
Yeah, I'm curious. Now I'm gonna see if they, cause yeah, Cowshy's the one. There's a whole bunch of other stuff on here, but I'm curious about if they have the rocket live. Let's see.
Ed is gonna just do some gambling on the side chat. Don't worry, we're VTubers. We do gotcha, you know. It's in our DNA.
Nah.
Flight controllers here.
Ed is getting ready. Ed is
It's
getting ready
probably
for
already done.
gambling. She's gonna do, you know, for
aboard
the one-armed bandit. You know, when she goes to Las Vegas, you know, she's already ahead.
no.
She's halfway there. You know, she's just gonna get there.
No, but I'm probably gonna do a Kentucky Derby stream.
Mission today.
Ooh.
I might do the Santa Anita one as
now
well because
we're,
that one's
as you
local,
see,
so I might
passing
try to
18 minutes
do
of
that.
mission
But I gotta
elapsed
look
time.
at it. It is not
The
gambling, it's
Orion
investing. I'm
spacecraft
not putting any
integrity
money
and
on
the
anything right now.
propulsion
That's a
system
good way to look at it, you know?
towards sun.
It's like the stock
So
market. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. You
It is
win,
in this
sometimes you
orientation,
lose.
This attitude.
So will the astronauts on a flight be able to do their Uma Musume dailies? Apparently yes. Because they're able to bring their phones apparently. So I guess it's not gonna matter much. I mean, they're still even if we get signal down here. I mean, all of our like tower like stuff is up
Do
there.
they get
So
a new
I guess it
daily
won't be.
for each
Commander
orbit they
Weidman
make around the
verifying
planet?
What is being
I'm just saying.
uh,
I'm just
right
saying the
now
four of
is
them should get a
displays
special Uma.
of
Just
board
those four.
integrity.
They deserve it.
propulsion engineer.
Just have a
confirming that no
Uma,
action
just
is needed
have
at
a
this time. They're
horse.
pressing through with
Japan,
their
name a
nominal
horse
procedures
after
to
all
prepare
four
for
of them.
the
And then bam, they
raise
can all
maneuver.
have an Uma. It's gonna be a really long name,
Of
but it'll
course,
all
the
work
solar
out.
array wing deploy.
Okay,
Ahead
so
of that.
the one that was up for the Artemis was when
Solar
will the
wing
Artemis 2
deploy
launch?
is a critical milestone. We'll continue to
That
have
was
our
the-
coverage, follow the mission until that deployment.
Was it like a time range that you could
Successful
bet
launch
in, or
is
did you
just the
just give a
beginning.
random
Yeah.
number and they would
Deployment of the
accept
solar
It
it?
looks like
arrays
it.
and
I just typed in
successful
Artemis. It said
confirmation
before like
that
April 2nd, before April 4th, before April 5th.
Is a significant milestone, and says to the flight control teams that we will continue on today's mission. Power needs to be drawn to continue through some of the next milestones. Until
There's a
then,
current
the
one.
AOA open option
NASA
that
lands
was
on the
called up
moon
upon
before
ascent, the abort once
2028,
around,
before
is the current option,
2027.
an abort to orbit option.
That's
I don't
wild.
see that
That's
one.
a long haul.
Will be
I don't
switched
see
to a
that one
preferred
happening
mode
because, like,
at the
literally
time
these
that
things
the
are planned,
solar
and it's
wings
like
are
the
deployed and
earliest.
latched.
Yeah.
Like the
Gives
earliest
the
plan
flight
is
control teams a little bit more
2028.
flexibility.
Yeah.
NASA, you know, famous for being like, you know what? No, we're actually going to like push things ahead. No, no.
Skibbity Riz, my favorite racehorse. So when I was going to the Alameda County Fair here, they had horses that were in the races because they have like a little horse race thing at the fair. I think one of them literally was named Touched by Autism.
That's amazing.
6 seconds.
That's
And I was
a
like,
great
what?
little name.
Aish.
Hi, Stan. We copy 1 second.
I think it's burning right now. I don't know. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, it's.
Saws are starting to deploy. Thermal
What is
knives
it?
are
I need to tab over here because I cannot see it. Oops.
Thanks for the report.
It says pedigree raise maneuver burn, so we're at a maneuver burn.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't get to see the solar ray wings open.
Network.
We missed it.
Integrity has maneuvered tail to sun. The RL
They didn't bring it over. They were yapping.
They're not even showing it on their model.
Solar array deployment sequence
No.
On their low poly model. What do we pay taxes for?
I know, right? Damn it.
What is called in a latched position. Once they are latched and confirmed to be drawing power, they can switch the mode to ATO and continue along the mission. The teacher's handover at the pad. That message meant the crew was
Which is
provided.
same because like the solar array like opens. I guess you would say forward, which makes it have like a really unique look to it. It looks like a flower.
That's why I'm like pissed. That's why I'm pissed they didn't show it.
Statute miles.
Or like I don't know if they could show it, but I mean they could show it on the model.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's not even on the model.
Geosynchronous
And they cut away, so they could have just cut back. They didn't even need to do an animation for that.
God.
After the apogee raise burn that occurs later today, the burn itself will put them in an altitude that surpasses the range of the tracking and data relay satellites, and they will transition to the deep space network today.
And Integrity, for prop messages, we see 2 temperature measurements right near the line. It's that momentary message you saw earlier.
Oh, this is cool though.
Suppress those.
We chose to send a horse to the moon not because it's easy, because it's fun. Thank you, so Josh.
We choose to send a horse to the moon.
Integrity, thank you. We see the thing.
Thank you so much.
You'll be the first horse on the moon. How does that make you feel? Because they're taking your name.
Yeah.
When that happened, when the screen went blue, was right when I was unplugging my phone charger. So I was like, "Well, how did this just happen?"
Look what you did.
I thought I actually caused my stream to crash when I saw the blue flash up. I was like, "Did I unplug the wrong thing?"
You caused a malfunction on the on their feed. By unplugging your phone, you caused a malfunction on their feed.
This is after a
they should have sent another rocket head to film the Artemis line.
35 and 12 seconds Central Time, 6:35
Yeah,
and 12
at the
seconds
moment I think the bandwidth is kind of
Eastern
focused on data collection versus video feed, plus the changing satellite connection from across the world.
Right
That's
now,
true.
The orientation.
Yeah, I'd assume the actual reason we're having problems because there's probably a lot of watchy right now. Is that is
Yeah.
So you can follow along.
eating up a lot of bandwidth or whatever it'd be.
That we are
Yeah.
a streamer, I don't know.
That's gonna be neat. I want to see if they're gonna stream. Like they did confirm they're gonna stream from. Hopefully, I get to see some of the
Though it is currently
the
not
crew.
firing, that nozzle
I'll have to
is
keep an eye on
pointed,
things.
towards the sun, and the solar arrays are currently deploying. From this visualization,
Okay, so it sounds like they're
in a position.
they say currently deploying. So I mean, they do deploy over time. To be fair, like they do it slowly to make sure everything happens smoothly. So maybe they're not fully up, and that's why they. They just pop into existence like little bunny ears.
Overseeing the
yes, they did. They just popped up.
Happy Easter!
Happy Easter!
Ahead of the first burn. The
They
ICPS engine,
blend into the
perigee
background.
Oh,
Damn.
they do. They blended horribly. I just noticed that there was like a little. I was just looking at it and I just saw the top of it, just a black square appear, and I was like, "What the?"
This is so cool, though. Like, I'm glad we get to see it. It's just.
7-second miscompare between the MET on Orion
I'm just
and
imagining them like firing the rocket in, and just like, but like rocket, it's firing the rocket in bursts, and it just goes as they fire it.
They said there's an issue.
It's an issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Stan, we see a
Hopefully they'll
absolutely
mention.
precise alignment. MET 25, 14, 15, 16,
Oh.
precisely aligned with ICPS MET.
Copy, thank you for that. We'll investigate a ground issue.
Oh, it's a ground issue?
And Houston Integrity, ATO preferred set.
Copy, ATO preferred.
Was Artemis?
Okay, Dragon.
Artemis 1 was a
This is Mission Control
planetary
Houston, 25
orbit
minutes,
test, right?
45 seconds
I think so.
into the flight of Artemis 2.
I'm not quite sure.
We have confirmation that all 4 solar array wings are deployed and latched.
I did
This
tune
is
in
the
a little bit
configuration needed
beforehand.
to switch to ATO preferred, which you did hear.
Okay, there's the
confirmed from
bottom
pilot
two.
Victor
The
Glover.
bottom
That mode has been
solar
switched.
array wings are open. We
There's
have
also a
gone
discussion with
backwards.
Capcom Stan
We are
Love and
back to
Commander Reed
opening the
Wiseman
solar
about the
array.
alignment
Yeah.
of the MET
The
clocks
maneuver
on
can
the Orion
wait.
spacecraft. And the ICPS, Commander Reed Wiseman confirmed the clocks are in sync, no issues. They're going to investigate it on the ground. We're proceeding with today's mission.
Oh.
26
Well,
minutes.
that's a
mission
problem, but
elapsed
that's
time
not
and
like a
counting.
major. That's a very fixable
Yeah.
problem. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
have somebody. When they said sync up the clock, somebody was like press their button like a second late.
Yeah. Happy birthday,
Oh.
Stargold.
The heist is ruined now. They can't steal from the moon bank. You know, everyone's gonna be off.
Yeah. Oh well. They can't bring all the cheese back. Damn.
All the gold of the moon, the golden cheese from the cheese vaults. Ooh. What do you think has more cheese? Do you think the moon or the American cheese vaults?
I'm gonna have to say the cheese vaults. Because
Okay.
they probably keep it underground, and the Earth is
They do.
bigger than the moon.
Yeah, it is bigger
So-
than the moon. Ooh, do you think we're going to the moon to get more cheese for the cheese vaults?
Yeah, I think they get there, and I think there's gonna be a civil war against the moon and the Earth for cheese.
Civil War. I just remember the first Wallace and I think the first Wallace and Gromit stop motion like film, like not short, but like one of their first films. I think that's actually they go to the moon to get cheese for crackers.
This is Mission Control Houston.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
approaching
yeah.
28 minutes of
Cheese,
mission elapsed time for
Gromit!
the Artemis 2 mission.
Gromit, wait! We forgot the
At this point,
crackers.
we've had a successful liftoff from the pad
The moon.
at 5:35
I'm not sure
p.m. and
if I'm
12
able to
seconds PM
see
Central Time,
like if they're improving the
6:35
background
and
or I'm
12
just
seconds
kind of
PM
like
Eastern
getting
Time.
used to it and I can see the bunny ears better, the X better
We've had
because
a
it's now
good,
also on
main
the
engine
bottom.
cutoff, core stage
Oh,
separation,
yeah.
and a good trajectory
I don't know
to
how
begin
long
today's
those have
mission.
been there.
Right now, the spacecraft has maneuvered tail to sun. We're standing by for another maneuver to maneuver into the burn attitude. This is where the RL-10 engine of the ICPS is pointed in the correct orientation for the perigee raise maneuver. We did hear confirmation that the perigee raise maneuver time of ignition has been confirmed per the pad, which means it was the predicted time.
That guy
liftoff.
pops his peas like a Midwesterner.
GNC,
Holy
we're
crap.
taking channel 1.
You might be a
some pretty heavy
Midwesterner.
explosives.
There's a lot of Midwesterners who work at NASA because
Okay,
Neil
stand by.
Armstrong was from the Midwest, and so it's just like, yes, my ticket out of the Midwest, space.
Fresh. Cheese for the cheese vault, cows for the cow god.
Yes.
Capcom Stan Love rating up to the crew of Integrity. They will switch the navigation
I'm
source.
sorry, there's a thing called Capcom. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, Capcom. It's their communication. I believe it's their communications.
Will receive confirmation when, and as at least watching to confirm that switch has occurred.
Something I did tune in a little early just to check the stream is I tuned in when they're explaining the patch.
Heading towards,
and yeah, the patch is actually really cool because it has like it has A for Artemis and then the 2, but it also is meant to look like it says all because it's like in like kind of reference to like, you know, moving forward for all mankind, you know. So it's like it's A2, so all for that, and also it's the patch itself has an Earthrise on it to replicate the Apollo 8 Earthrise picture.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the famous picture of the Earth rising over the horizon of the moon. So it has a lot of thought into it. I love how the astronauts actually get to design the patches.
Hit the target for the apogee rays burn. That will put them in a high Earth orbit.
Midwest has always been integral to space. Be proud, Midwesterners.
The
yes.
right position to execute the translunar injection.
Midwest got the flight, got the Wright brothers. They flew, and then they were like, "Here's Neil Armstrong." Also, bam. We will always be here. Listen, the goal is as always, how far away can I get from the Midwest? You know, like how far away? You know, it's our driving goal. We're born in the Midwest, and then it's go like, okay,
the pad had a teacher's handover.
How do I get out as fast as possible?
East to west, they are geosynchronous satellites that are positioned
Wright
around
brothers
the globe.
made planes.
And
Get out of here.
Orion makes its way.
Okay, got a bunch of
around
astronauts.
the Earth
Get out of here.
Above the
It's our
west
rays
coast
on
of
Death
Africa. At an altitude of about 923 statute miles and counting.
Kind of annoyed. I brought up the space.
Perigee rays maneuver is not executed at the perigee. It is rather executed on the actually closer to the apogee. But what it does
That
is
seems
it raises
ironic.
the perigee on the other end of the orbit to 100 nautical miles.
Or is it they start it near the apogee, and then when they're done, it gets is like
The
around the
26-second duration
perigee.
burn does not conflict with the time that they reported of the tracking and data relay satellite handover from TGERS east to west. Again, geosynchronous satellites that are used not only by Integrity today, but the International Space Station as well.
Is anybody on a space station currently?
I mean, surely somebody's on the International Space Station.
That time of handover is.
Well, I mean, they don't always keep people. I don't know if they always keep
26
people up there.
seconds.
I think there's always somebody up there.
Plenty of margin.
No, just in case.
Before the
Somebody has to
perigee rays
welcome the new
maneuver
people up when they get up there. You know,
happens,
just be rude
and the
not
trajectory
to.
is analyzed to see whether it was a good burn.
I like how there's just one little window.
One
little window.
And sets the
Okay, so there's
trajectory on
apparently
course
the
for
website's
that
called
100
Who
nautical mile
is
perigee
in
target
Space. There are 10 humans in space.
Really? Does that count
Yeah,
the
there's
four
a-
we're looking at right
There's
now?
there's 14 humans in space now.
Aha!
Oh, this is sick. Actually, this is a really cool website. What the hell?
Send on
Here,
Discord.
I'll post
For
it.
those sticking with
Yeah,
us
yeah,
on
yeah.
NASA Plus and following along on our coverage, we
Is
will
that it?
continue to follow and
No, that's the menu. The brisket and the brisket is what I wanted to talk
Yeah.
about. Oh, that because you said so many things, I forgot about it. What I want to say is, it's like, what's the bother of bringing like freeze dried brisket? Why not just bring jerky at that point?
but we'll wrap up our
Yeah, I
coverage
don't
here
know.
shortly.
There you go, though. I
Now
sent it
that,
to you.
Who in space?
Solar array wing deployment has occurred.
I
on
can't
NASA
wait.
Plus and Amazon
Oh, there's
Prime.
some up there for 125 days right now.
Again, we will continue coverage 24/7 at the NASA YouTube channel. For those that want to see all of the upcoming milestones, there are select
Copy,
times
so I don't
where
open
we
it
will
in the
be,
wrong browser and
coming back
close this
to
stream.
NASA Plus and other streaming platforms. You can go to nasa.gov to find
14
the
humans
latest
in space.
on
So
where
that
to find
updated
those
while you were
activities.
looking at it.
Given that this is
Yeah.
an operational
That's
mission,
very cool,
we do want
actually.
to make sure that we are
Let's hear it. Welcome, Switch.
maintaining
Ooh,
transparency.
just
in
watched the
mission,
Mario
providing,
Galaxy
all the
movie.
information on what's happening in space.
How
Reed
was
Wiseman, Victor
it?
Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen.
I was space
had,
themed.
on
I
their
didn't.
mission
I keep forgetting it's
around
out.
the
I
moon.
keep forgetting. Oh, they have 3 windows. Ooh. But how was it? Because it seems that it's called Mario Galaxy, but it looks like it's kind of about all the Mario games.
Wings have deployed. The Integrity is maneuvering to
Raid
its burn
Wiseman.
attitude ahead of the execution of the perigee raise maneuver.
If it was an April Fool's, hi.
Oh, this is one of their first time in space.
By Commander Reed Wiseman.
The Hansen, I forgot, it's Hansen who...
Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen focusing on some of the system
the guy's
activation
jawline
inside
and
of
a
Orion,
big butt chin. But he has been in space for 46 minutes. Everyone else is...
Check out some of these critical systems are very important.
Coke has been in there for almost a year, has had almost a year of space time. The other two have like half a year of space time each. They're all veterans except for Hansen.
Environmental
He's the Canadian.
Needs of the crew.
Not that we should hold that against him.
Through the duration of the mission.
CL, we also saw them
flight days.
They have poutine? It's like, they don't need space. We have all we need here. This is a plate
cheese
of
and gravy.
Four windows.
Integrity Houston,
folks. Welcome.
Oh, CL says the Galaxy movie was nice. Okay. Better than the first. Okay. First was kind of mid, to be honest.
TIG is 2 seconds earlier at 4 minutes, 48 seconds.
Okay, it seems that is pretty decent, the Galaxy movie.
49, 48, Tigo 26.
Who else am in space? Got some Russians. That guy has a really big smile.
China. There's a guy who's been up there for 338 days.
Let's got Russians, even when they have short hair, it looks like it's perpetually wet.
This is Mission Control Houston. With that update, we are approaching a little more than 13 minutes from the time of ignition of the
I can't read those names. Sergey has like a Russian name tag.
49 minutes 50 seconds.
But then I'm just looking at the cosmonauts now.
48 seconds.
Oh yeah.
The duration
of
the
other
one,
one
was referred to as the T-go. Will still remain at
as like
26 seconds, relatively short duration burn. Again, just raises the perigee of the orbit today.
Doesn't have the crazy Russian letters. I think that's just because his name doesn't have as much space
Making
for
sure
him.
they hit the mark on that time of ignition is the primary concern of Commander Reed Wiseman and pilot Victor Glover.
Who are the last 3? Okay, some Chinese dudes.
Cook and Jeremy Hansen
I didn't
inside
scroll down
activating
enough.
those environmental control and life support systems.
Yeah, that was launched October 2025.
Yeah, so we have some SpaceX people.
At this time,
we got some Chinese dudes, and we got
launch and entry suits.
An American and some Russians, and then we have these 4 beautiful people that we're watching right now. They have a one window for each of them. Dinosaurs in space. I mean, I'm sure when the meteor hit, some of them got launched up there and never came back down.
This photography of the astronauts that are up there now is just stunning. It's beautiful. Those headshots are really good.
I think we will call you back when we're ready for that.
All right, that one is not urgent.
Are you back?
2 minutes to
oh my goodness.
PRM attitude.
Pink. Char's in there. Char snuck aboard. He's gonna throw things at Earth now. Oh no, what have we done?
Oh God.
Pilot Victor Glover confirming
he's gonna have a horrible crash out. That has to be one of the most famous crash outs in all of anime, in all of fiction. You lose your Indian girlfriend, and then you're like, I can never recover from this. Everyone must die. I was like, how long did you know her? For like a couple of weeks, maybe a few months. Wait, have you seen the original Gundam series?
System activations.
Yeah, I've seen like a long time ago. I've seen parts. I haven't fully watched it.
I can't remember which Gundams you have and haven't seen.
I think I've seen like a couple episodes. like it had to have been like years ago though.
During all of the activations here on the
go
ground,
to
Mission Control Houston's
NASA
Flight Director Judd Freeling is
I'm
being
curious
polled with
about
all flight controllers in the room
the
to see if we are in a
other
go position to go ahead and
launches.
execute the perigee raise maneuver.
Okay.
Once concluded,
Oh, they're gonna
stand
raise some
level,
stuff
report it
now?
back up to the crew, and we'll stand by for that.
DL does not like Keegan-Michael Key.
Okay.
I was never really
Here
a fan
we
of Key and
go.
Peele myself, to be honest, though.
These are the upcoming launch.
Go for PRM pending attitude and sauce.
It was okay,
These are
but
the
people always treated it like
there
it was
you go.
amazing.
Hey, we copy.
Wait, oh yeah, did you DM them to me? I thought you were just gonna read them out. Hold on, wait
I
a minute.
did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
So our next few launches, Cappy.
Yeah, it's mostly like
minutes of mission elapsed time. The maneuver
okay, NASA SpaceX CRS, so we'll be going up in May.
The maneuver also is paired with reorientation of the solar array.
The next
wings.
one's
The
in
other
May?
are just for SpaceX.
Various positions throughout the duration of the
SpaceX is launching stuff all the time. Partially to test new things, other times just to deliver stuff.
Sun. So when deployed, we're in a biased solar array wing configuration that was called solar normal.
Boeing's-
Artemis 3. Artemis 3 is 2027.
Yeah.
Artemis 4 2028. Artemis 5 2028.
Batteries of
Oh, so they're launching both those the same year. That's cool.
Yeah.
Boeing Starliner. What's that?
I'm not sure.
Battery buses that are
uncrewed cargo
Uncrewed
mission.
cargo
I think that's
mission.
it's just a rocket.
It's it's the International Space Station. I'll see if like anything that we can actually watch. We might do some.
into a position
But
to take on the loads imparted by the ICPS.
can you give me
main
times that are in
engine,
Los Angeles,
when they
please?
execute the 26-second burn?
I don't think this happened. It says something happened in 2026. I don't remember this happening.
Is being reconfigured to point the engine in the correct direction.
I got times properly.
Those solar array wings being pointed forward.
Okay, there's a probe, but it says will. Did this ever happen? Hold up, there's a thing where it says like Blue Origin did something in 2026, and I'm like, did it?
I'm not sure.
Did it do
I don't
it?
remember. There's a
Did
mission that's going to deliver supplies and science to the international. That's what the CRS is going up.
It's a planned robotic. Okay. Okay, it's happening later this year.
More just supplies.
Or wait,
Swift
no,
boost.
wait. February. Wait, when is this happening? When is it? I'm so confused by this thing. It's a probe by Blue Origin, but it's all the things are like, yeah, it's gonna happen. It's like when? Like a week ago. Wait, what? Yeah, like just 2 months ago. It's like what? Yeah, in 5 months. What?
Eastern time.
Oh yeah.
Now again,
I
this
can't
room will be
find like a
occupied 24 hours a
consistent
day,
date
7 days
for
a week,
it.
with flight controllers shifting on 3
It's like when you go to,
shifts,
it's like when Steam, when the new game's gonna release on Steam, and it just says, yeah, it's gonna release in Q3, and it's like, oh, okay, so like what month is that? It's like April, and it's like that is not Q3. What do you mean?
and we'll be covering that around the clock.
It says 2026. It didn't even have a date. That Blue Origin Moon Mark 1 or whatever.
NASA Plus.
Who is Keegan in Transformers 1?
To our colleagues at the Kennedy Space
Is he
Center.
Bumblebee?
And to my colleagues,
Are
it
they
was a
wrapping
pleasure
up?
to join
Was
the
he the
team
Jar
at
Jar
Kennedy Space Center
character?
and be a part of such a
Is Keegan
historic
Jar
launch.
Jar
Here
in
Houston,
Transformers
again,
1? Was he
turning our attention
Bumblebee?
to the mission. And for now, we'll say farewell and thank you to our colleagues there.
Farewell,
for today's launch
and
coverage.
thanks for
We'll see
all
you
the
again
fish.
soon for Splashdown. This is Mission Control Houston, sending it back over
Or
to
apples
Megan
in
and
the case
Nicole
of Edda.
at the host desk.
Thank you, Gary. And yes, it was such a pleasure to be a part of
He's Bumblebee.
this
Oh,
historic
God.
mission that started right here at Kennedy Space Center. It was such an amazing sight to be a part of. And now, as Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover,
That was so
Christina
cool.
Cook, and Jeremy
It was
Hansen
cool. It
begin
was
their
awesome.
journey, we here at the Kennedy Space Center are about to wrap our broadcast. We'll, of
Okay.
course, though, have 24/7 coverage with our colleagues at Johnson Space Center starting as soon as we sign off, so don't worry. You can follow along our 4 astronauts every minute of their nearly 10-day journey to the moon and back. Nicole, I'll definitely be watching it, and I'm sure you will too.
Yes, of course. You know, they just started, right? The launch was beautiful. This was a historic day. They're on their way back to the moon for the first time in over half a century. But they've got a lot of work ahead of them.
It's
and so we're
been a
excited
hot
to see what
minute
they
since
have
we've been to
do
the
and
moon.
Excited to test out the Orion spacecraft. This is a test flight after all, and we're excited to see
Apollo
what we can learn from this mission.
Very humbling, inspiring.
Apollo
It was really,
18 is a really
amazing to be a part of this. I'm
found
so glad that
footage
so many
film, if I
people
remember
joined along
correctly.
by either watching here in person or watching online. And of course, Nicole, thank you so much for sitting through this, answering questions, adding so much context and information that really brought a lot out of what we saw today.
Oh man, I had a blast. You're a rock star. You're a professional. This was great.
Oh, you're great.
So this was a wonderful day.
Well, again, thank you so much, and thank you to you for watching at home. You know, tonight we didn't just launch a rocket, we launched the next chapter of human exploration. Our Artemis 2 crew now on their way back to the moon, and we're taking you with us. So thank you again for watching, and go Artemis 2.
Awesome.
And
That's
the sign-off.
420.
4
Yep.
Wait, 4 Oh, for you?
And it appears
Yeah.
all of them
Let's
are
go! Let's
undergoing
blaze!
checks. Yes,
I always
a pre-flight
forget if we
tradition
have a
that we
2 or
seen
3 hour
with our
difference.
crew
I
flights
constantly
at the
forget.
game.
Yeah.
The
Are you
Which is
East
really-
Coast then?
Yeah, I'm East Coast, but which is really which is really stupid because it's 4 time zones, so it have to do, and you are literally on the end time zone, so it has to be 3. But I keep forgetting.
Yeah. There's they showed
Maybe
the
she's in mountain
freshmen.
time.
Oh no, I wish I was. That means I'd be in Colorado. Shit.
That was just so sudden. They're like doing a little video to close out, and then they're just like,
Yeah.
no, you know what?
We're done.
Nah.
I'm so happy I got to be alive to see. Oh my god! Fuck!
What?
It's suddenly loud, bro.
I have no sound right now, so I don't know what's going on with her. It's for me.
Sorry,
it's pretty
it just replayed it basically, and it's loud as fuck.
fine. I just closed the wrong window on my end.
I'm so happy I got to be alive to see humanity going back to the moon. Right?
Oh, that was so
Me too.
awesome. I hope I can't wait for Mars.
Oh, so it swapped to the next video. So basically, what happened?
Okay. Well, yeah, the
sorry about
audio
the
on
sound.
that stream was
Yeah.
so quiet. I can imagine you had to have it boosted, and then you just go to a video with normal
I did.
audio, and it just
It
be
was
like,
awful.
"Hello,
Yeah, it was.
Markiplier here."
It like murdered my fucking ears.
Okay. Ooh.
But yeah. Oh man, the moon will be our gateway to the stars. Yeah.
No, that's the Stargate. We have that under a mountain. Don't worry about it.
This is so cool. Oh, I love seeing this.
Oh, it's awesome. It's cool.
These are other. I guess this is Artemis 1 that they launched. I assume. And some CGI stuff.
CGI, more lowest bidders. Computer graphics, let's go. Still somehow better than what Hollywood is doing.
Yep.
This recording is not available. Oh wow, I've never seen that for a stream before. I clicked onto a different to the NASA live view of the Kennedy Space Center, and it just says this live stream recording is not available. That is,
Well,
I don't
guess
know
they
what
turned
that.
it
'Cause
off.
it's not privated. It's not deleted. It's just like no.
They just turned it off.
Yeah, but like I've never seen that before. Ooh.
This is so sick to think that there's like, yeah, that this all happened. That's so cool.
I wonder what's the most number of people who've been in space at one time. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Yeah. So cool.
People in space at one time. Most people in space at one time has been 20. Ooh,
That's
so
a lot of people.
Like,
I
it's a
mean-
lot of people at one time, but like when you think about it
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of
It's
things.
not. It is,
Well-
but it's not. Exactly.
How many people have been in space? How many people have been in space?
Space!
Not even 1,000 people, but still a lot of
Wow.
people. 791 people have flown
That's
in
some
space.
towns. That's some podunk town amounts of people.
That is that. I think there might be towns where I live that have less people than that. Like
Yeah,
neighboring.
exactly.
Okay, so actually,
Oh,
that's
they
just
gotta
like
flip it around like that too.
that's
Oh,
total
yeah.
people who have been in space in general, but like that's not counting people who've actually broken through like the upper
Oh, okay.
atmosphere. So including that, the number goes down by like 100, and it goes to like around 600. Like we're just gonna round to 50 because it's in between the two numbers they gave us. So it's like 650 people have actually like gone to space. So it's even lower.
So I wonder if they're gonna try to get any footage of them flipping the tip around like they were just showing.
A teep.
Yeah. Because they gotta redock it.
Redock. Okay. Do you want to watch some of the videos that my chat recommended? There's not a lot, but there's
I can
enough
watch
for
a couple,
few.
I think. A couple, yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
finish watching this. This is almost done. Because it's basic. NASA is basically going and talking about how it was all done. So
That would be. So on a Discord, she shared the stage separation, and stage separations are always so pretty.
yeah.
Well, while you're watching that, I'm actually going to set up for both my stream and you.
Okay.
The window to share. And actually, I was going to start my music back up, but
You can just send me the link, and we'll just press it at the same time. Because otherwise, I have to fuck with it.
you still have fuck with it? I just have stream share, but I'll
Yeah,
There-
and how I have mine set up is I'd have to like because right now my background I just have it for a browser. I'd have to like set up for other stuff.
Playlist library. Oh no, the playlist is private. Oh wait a minute. No. I can fix this real quick. I can fix this. Give me one moment. Give me one moment.
You're fine. You're fine. The command module, yes, Ifrit. Yeah.
Let me. What do you mean? Oh, why must things be unnecessarily difficult?
It's fine. Once I
Well, I can just recommend you. I can just send you the playlist with all the videos. Just give me 1 minute to change it. Edit. Change to unlisted. There we go. I was like, why can't I share it? I was just like clicking on it. It's like
it also has
where's the
built-in
share
RF
feature. Ooh. The audio started playing. Okay, so
That's
now
fine.
I can.
they're showing the splashdown now. How that's gonna do. Huh.
Why must
Oh,
things
wow.
be difficult? Why must things be hard? Share. There we go. There we go. There we go. And we're gonna watch. Do you want to watch? I feel like the quickest one to start with would be the long forgotten history of this British spacesuit, which is always good. It's by that one guy who for like God, was it like a decade? He'd make like a video a week or something. Tom Scott.
Oh, Tom Scott.
Yeah, and it's only recently that he like stopped doing that, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
like he took a
Tom Scott,
vacation
yeah.
and he's like, I'm going to start doing it again.
He's back, yeah. Okay, so
I am in
got
Antarctica.
So I got ads. I might as well run those because it's starting 12 minutes, and we can sort that out while we're on. Be right back. So I'll be back, chat.
But,
Okay.
are you late, Ricey? A little, a little. We watched the rocket, but you're in time for us to watch random videos. We're gonna watch some Tom Scott. Ooh, oh, I was forgetting that Tom Scott has baked in subtitles. Ooh, we're just waiting for.
That's nice.
If she's waiting for her ads on Twitch to get through.
Yeah, I need to run ads. I'm loading this up. Okay, so what are we watching? Max Miller, or what are we watching specifically?
This is the Tom Scott one.
Tom Scott.
So look for the weird spacesuit looking one. Skip navigation. What the heck just happened there?
Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta use the restroom while this ads are running.
What the heck? What happened here? What happened? I accidentally clicked on something and just text appeared on my screen. This isn't even something I... Get out of here! Yes, I wish to remove the chat. Not the chat, sorry, the text. What was that? Ooh. Well, we're gonna watch a funny British man talk for like 6 minutes about a very interesting early spacesuit design that looks like what a medieval knight would design a spacesuit, which is fitting because it was made by a bunch of British guys who were like hobbyist spacemen. Who
hobbyist spacemen.
Well, they're just like guys who are like, what if we like went to the moon? It's like, do we have funding? No, so let's just make things up.
Oh, fantastic.
Ooh.
Okay. Let me see.
Just woke up, says
Okay.
Ricey. Good morning, Good morning, Vietnam! Ooh, happy April Fool's Day. Isn't it April 2nd for you, though? That has to be rough. Ooh. Just tell me when your ads are done, and we can hit play together.
I got about a minute.
Oh my god. I don't...
I'm so mad that I'm not on the East Coast because they're doing the Great American State Fair thing. I think it's at Washington, D.C.
Is it Washington? I thought it was going to be in like
the National Mall.
Is the National Mall? I thought they were going to do the anniversary in like Iowa or something.
That's what I thought too, but it says
I guess that plan fell
it's
through.
National Mall. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a National Mall.
Yeah.
What time of
From
year?
the capital to June 25th to July 10th.
Okay. Well, summer in DC is okay.
It's okay, but the closer you get to August, the worse it's gonna be. So
yeah, I've been to DC in like fall. It sucks. It
Dude,
sucks.
I'm so pissed though, because like there's so much stuff that's gonna go on, and I'm gonna always stick her in the fucking West Coast. I want to go so bad.
I'm gonna try to go with my family. I keep telling my father that he needs to go on vacation because he overworks himself awfully, and I'm just like, we're gonna go on vacation, and that seems like a good excuse to drag him somewhere. Ooh.
I also gave you there's also a bunch of other events, so I like sent that to you.
Awesome. Ooh, it's still April 1st for us, says Ricey. That's true.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna tab on back over.
God, the posture on that one spacesuit. You have the blue flight suit, which is, it's like, it's with that big, like, chin mouth guard. It's literally like the Chad versus the Virgin meme, the slumped over empty spacesuit versus the Chad flight suit. Ooh.
Okay, we're back now. I'm gonna on your countdown, I'll press play.
Okay. We're gonna do okay, you ready? I'm gonna start the countdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Suit has to do 3 things. It has to maintain pressure, so your blood doesn't start boiling in the vacuum of space.
I'm getting a dope.
It has to provide oxygen, so you can breathe, and it has to protect against the environment,
he's way too loud
extreme
for me,
heat,
so I have to turn him
extreme
down.
cold, and direct sunlight. This won't do any of those. It's just a replica of that one. That's the actual Sokol spacesuit that Tim Peake, the most recent British astronaut,
I
used
have
in
a
space.
duplicate
The folks
audio.
here at the National Space Center
You have a
wouldn't let
duplicate
me
audio?
fire the real one, which is fair enough.
On
Versions of
what?
that
Do we
suit
need to
have been
pause
protecting
it?
astronauts since the 1970s.
Pause.
And there are variants still used
Oh.
today.
There's a
It's not
duplicate.
designed
I don't know where this other sound is coming from. Oh, is it from yours? It's from Discord.
Okay, let me. I almost hung up the call. Okay, let me.
Okay. I went back to the start.
I closed it. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. You went back to the
I think it was
start.
picking up.
Okay, no,
Yes, I
fine.
went back to
okay.
the start.
Okay.
Because it was
Start down.
duplicated.
Okay, let's do another terminal countdown.
Oh,
It's just like the
God.
real rocket launch, you know? They're like, we're gonna
Yeah,
count
yeah.
down. Hold up, we need to wait another 10 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
On 0. Okay, 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
A spacesuit has to do 3 things.
There we go.
It has to maintain pressure, so your blood doesn't start boiling in the vacuum of space. It has to provide oxygen, so you can breathe.
We should have just done
and it has
watch
to protect
together.
against the environment. Extreme
Then we
heat,
could do the
extreme
same
cold,
browser
direct
and
sunlight.
wouldn't have to deal with
This
Discord problems.
Won't do any of those. It's just a replica of that one. That's the actual Sokol spacesuit that Tim Peake, the most recent British astronaut, used in space. The folks here at the National Space Center.
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's
let
what
me
the
try a real
Russians
one,
and
which is
American were
fair enough.
wearing on the
Versions
website.
of that suit have been protected since the 1970s, and there are variants still used today.
I recognize
it's not
'cause the
designed
name
for
tag.
hours-long spacewalks. It's basically an emergency personal lifeboat for if the ship you're traveling on springs a leak. And it provides those 3 things: pressure, oxygen, environmental protection. Now, a couple of months ago, I had a video where an AI tried to suggest stories and titles that I could cover. And one of the things it came up with was the long-forgotten history of the British moon landings. Not strictly true, of course, we never actually got there, but one of the team here got in touch, and it turns out that in the 1940s, 15 years before Kennedy said that America chose to go to the moon, the British Interplanetary Society did have similar plans, including our own spacesuit.
The BIS was set up in 1933 by a man called Phil Cleater, and he had this
You'll love
plan.
the
He wanted to
design.
get together with like-minded individuals who were interested
I
in
probably will.
spaceflight and what the possible future of spaceflight might be. Rocket technology was suddenly
Like him.
moving forward in a way that actually spaceflight
Oh,
was
that's pretty.
something tangible and might well be realistic.
The BIS weren't seriously
American
expecting
men's
to launch a mission
clubs.
to the moon
Let's
on
go
their own.
fishing.
But they do want
British.
to say,
How will we
"Hey,
get to the moon?
We think this is possible, and we think Britain should do it." And one of their number, illustrator Ralph Smith, drew up plans for a spacesuit.
So we have an exhibition here at the National Space
Oh,
Centre that
God.
focuses on the space
Oh, yeah.
race, and people tend to think about America and the Soviet Union, and we wanted to tell something of what Britain was up to at the same time. As we were planning for our exhibition, we were leafing through a research document
To be
and
fair,
looking at the
Ricey,
history of the BIS.
Russia post
and
Cold
immediately
War
this
don't hit the
picture jumps
same.
out of somebody wearing
There's
this
it.
incredible looking
Oh my God, that's so
spacesuit
dorky.
that they'd designed.
It
And
looks
immediately
so
we just
like
said, "We have to
retro
make this."
sci-fi. I love
it looks
it.
wonderful, but
Yeah, it
no one
reminds
ever
me of
built
like
it.
the TV
Until
series,
a
the
few
movies
years
back
ago.
then.
Yeah, it looks like a
And
Xylon.
where do you start? You've got 2 drawings, basically.
What
Rather
the
than just say, well, I'll
Oh
make
my
a
God.
replica.
Yeah,
a
that's what I mean when it
facsimile
looks
of
like a knight.
I thought, let's look at the
It
materials that were
does.
available at the time. Cotton and rubber, much like a modern spacesuit, is made out of beta fabric and a rubber pressure layer inside. And the pressures
Buck
inside
Rogers, yeah.
it can't expand out any further. It can't balloon out. He would have an oxygen supply in his backpack there, so he's being fed this oxygen supply going through, past his face, down through the suit and recycling back into the backpack again for expulsion in the way just like an Apollo suit did. Here you've got what we call the convolutes, and they're to give a bit of movement at the arm. And right up here, you've got cloth of silver. If he's getting cold on the surface of the moon,
I love the cape.
he can then pull
Yeah.
this cape around him, And now any heat that's radiating out from the suit, he can then trap that heat in, and it reflects the heat back into the body again. So these little pins here, they are in fact little standoff mushrooms, so when the cape is hanging over them, there's a gap between the surface of the suit and the surface of the
rocket
cape,
is completely blocking the
of
subtitles, so I'm going to get
means
rid of
there's no
that real
physical
quick.
Thermal transfer from the suit out into the vacuum of space. You'll have noticed that on the front of his chest, he's got this rather strange device here. This is an airlock. Imagine the circumstances. You're on the surface of the moon, you find an interesting rock, you open the airlock, you put the rock into the airlock, you close the airlock. Now you withdraw your arms inside the suit through these exceptionally large holes here, and using that long front.
Just wait until you're on the
examine that rock that
spacecraft.
you've just taken off the lunar surface. But you'll also notice there is a shooting stick, and it gives you a walking stick come seat. You get tired on the surface of the moon, you open the seat part of the shooting stick, and you sit down. They've kind of thought of...
I need one of those for Bart.
So how do you build...
I'm surprised they don't have like a
and stay to
team-making
those
kit with all
1940s
this
techniques?
for how
We
British
turned
Oh my
it is.
gosh.
What would have been available at the time, even to this silver finish here on the helmet. And in fact, the people we went to...
Yeah, it is a
get
space
this vacuum
night. There should be a
placing done, they
mecha
were an
designed
original
after this,
company that would
actually.
have been doing
That'd
the
be
original
sick.
It would
if
be a
had
good
ever happened.
mecha
And in fact, when we
design.
took the helmet into them, they said,
It
oh, well,
would,
we
yeah.
finally got to do it.
It has pipes
There's
like
newsreel footage
Zaku's.
from
Those are some
1940 which says
Zaku
the
has
BIS
piping.
estimated £500,000 to send someone to the moon. In today's money, that's about 20 million. The Apollo program roughly cost the US government 10,000 times that. It's safe to say that the BIS's plans were optimistic. So how well would the British spacesuit have held up against an actual trip to the moon?
We're pretty sure this would be the Mark I. If this had ever really walked on the moon, this would have been the Mark 8, the Mark 9. Remember, on the moon, you only have to pressurize up if you're breathing pure oxygen to about 4.5 pounds per square inch. This easily would have been capable of taking that pressure, but it just would have been pretty immobile. You simply can't lift your arms up very high because of the nature of this deep shoulder means that the arm just can't rise up.
I think the BIS were very serious about going to the moon. They had nowhere near as much information as NASA would have had in the 1950s and 60s about the realities of spaceflight and particularly the challenges of getting to the moon. But certainly these weren't crazy people just throwing around ideas. There was lots of really talented people. They were just nowhere near as complex in terms of the materials that they had, but they weren't available to them at the time. So who knows, had they have had the time and the money to develop the sort of space age materials that went into some of those later suits, more time to practice and actually do some practical experiments, then who knows, quite possibly.
Thank you so much to everyone at the National Space Centre. Along with the spacesuits, they've got rockets and satellites and...
It's a very retro-futuristic version of what a spacesuit would be, yeah.
In the description.
It's wonderfully... It literally is retro-futurist because it's from the past. Do you want to pick the next one?
Sure. Let me look.
There's some longer ones, there's some shorter ones. The trip to the moon is literally one of the first big movies ever made. I say big. Ooh. We might have to mute it though, because it has music in it.
Oh, okay. Let's kind of avoid.
But it is public domain. It is a public domain. It is
okay.
just the music might not be.
Oh, they had the launch trailer. Artemis 2, everything you need to know.
There are some more things I wanted to include, but I just didn't have the time before stream. I wanted to find some other videos.
I think maybe the complete guide to Artemis 2, since we watched that. I think that might be the only one that I can do after this, because I do need to do some other things today.
The
very bottom, number 9.
Everything you need to know about Artemis 2? Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 14-minute one.
Ooh. Yeah.
But it started counting before I was allowed to count. Ooh. Again, the navigation! I'm getting... Sorry, I keep clicking on something. It's better than me accidentally clicking end stream, I suppose, because it's actually, I almost keep... But let me... Yeah, I just realized that that's actually a horrible position where I have everything set up and I could very accidentally hit end broadcast by accident.
Oof.
Well,
yeah,
it'd just be funny if we did. Let me click on karaoke. No, it's video playlist. Let's go full screen. Okay. Do you want to do the honor of counting this time?
Sure. I'll just go from 5. Okay, we'll launch at 0. So,
Launch.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
3, 2, 1. Boosters in ignition.
There we go.
And liftoff. We rise together. Back to the moon and beyond.
For the first time in my lifetime, humans are leaving low Earth orbit and heading back to the moon. In just a few days, NASA will attempt to launch Artemis 2, the first crewed lunar mission since Apollo 17 in 1972. For those of you looking for a one-stop shop to get caught up before this historic mission, you're in the right place. We'll talk about the crew, the rocket, the spacecraft, the mission profile, and go over the timelines so you know exactly what to expect for Artemis 2. Okay, let's
This
get
is a
started.
good one to watch. All right, Tactical Ninja, take care.
So this is what we already saw, but with context, effectively.
Yeah, I think this is a good one for me to end
Now,
on.
before we begin, I wanted to invite you to watch this historic launch live with us in 4K.
Oh, they lit the booster.
Well, we kind of already did.
On launch day.
Yeah,
Quick side
yeah.
note, all the music in this video comes from my new album, Direct to Orbit, which you can find by searching Everyday Astronaut
Oh,
wherever you stream
you
music,
make music.
like Spotify or Apple Music.
Yeah,
So give it a listen to
that's
hype yourself up for this amazing mission.
Oh, this was on your list?
This was on yours. This was at the
Okay,
bottom.
let's start off by going over the crew of Artemis 2.
Opus.
Oh.
Commander Reed Wiseman.
Oh.
I
is a
couldn't
NASA
remember. This was
astronaut
one of the
and a 27-year
recommended.
Navy
Or this was
veteran
one of the
and
videos that was
pilot. He flew once
recommended.
to the ISS
Or this
for
is one of the
Expedition
videos that I
41
just
and
found. I
42
couldn't remember.
For
Oh, okay.
165 days and spent 13 hours
It's
as
like
lead
half and half.
spacewalker on 2 spacewalks. Next up, we have Artemis 2 pilot Victor Glover, who's also a NASA astronaut and former U.S. Navy captain.
Oh, wow.
He flew to the ISS on Expedition 64-65 and was pilot on Crew 1, the first operational Crew Dragon mission.
Well, it's all the
I also met him in
sparkles.
2018, so yeah, I'm pretty stoked to see him fly to the moon. Next up, we have mission
He
specialist
looks like
Christina
two
Cook,
actors
who is
put
also
together.
a NASA astronaut. She served
astronaut
as flight
did.
engineer on the ISS Expedition 59-16-61. Cook set a record for the longest single space flight by a woman with a total of 328 days in space and participated in the first all-female spacewalk.
Almost
Last but not
all
least,
of
we
her
have
time
Jeremy
was
Hansen,
just
a
one
mission specialist from the
space time.
Canadian
Dang.
Space
Yeah.
Agency. That's right, for the first time in history, someone from outside of the United States and NASA will be flying to the moon. He was a fighter pilot in the Royal Canadian Air Force and later promoted to colonel. Amazingly, his flight around the moon will be his first space flight. You obviously likely noticed that I just listed 4 astronauts, which is an upgrade to the crew of 3 astronauts that Apollo could carry. So let's actually compare the spacecraft and the rockets of the Artemis and the
I
Apollo
missed the
program.
fishbowl helmets.
Nah, I haven't, Ifrit.
The spacecraft for the Artemis 2 mission is the Orion spacecraft.
Oh,
Orion
okay.
is wider at 5 meters wide versus Apollo's 3.9 meters wide and has about 9 cubic meters of volume versus about 6 cubic meters for Apollo. So it's roomier, like we mentioned, it can carry 4 astronauts, and it even has a toilet. It'll be the first spacecraft to have a toilet outside of low Earth orbit. Orion and its service module is 26.5 tons, making it a little bit lighter than the Apollo command and service module that weighed 28.8 tons. However, because of its small service module compared to Apollo, it can't get into low lunar orbit. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Next, let's take a look at the rocket that they're going to fly on, SLS, or the Space Launch System. This is the most powerful rocket NASA has ever built, with a little over 39 meganewtons of thrust. Most of the thrust at liftoff comes from the 2 space shuttle-derived solid rocket boosters, which provide about 16 meganewtons of thrust each, for 32 meganewtons of thrust in total. So about 80% of the liftoff thrust. Then it has 4 RS-25s also taken from the Space Shuttle program that provide about 7.4 meganewtons of thrust. On the ICPS, or the Interim Cryogenic Propulsion Stage, which is its upper stage, it has a single RL-10C2 engine producing a modest 110 kilonewtons of thrust, but it's incredibly efficient at 462 seconds of specific impulse. Let's compare that to the Saturn V, which had 5 massive F1 engines that each produced 6.77 meganewtons of thrust.
Wow.
Then it had the second stage, or the S2, which had 5 J2 engines, and the third stage, or the S4B, had 1 J2 engine. SLS stands 98 meters tall, and its core is 8.5 meters wide and a little over 16 meters wide with its two massive solid rocket boosters on the side. The Saturn V stood 111 meters tall and 10 meters wide at the base. Despite having more thrust and more efficient engines on parts of the vehicle, SLS actually has less capability than the Saturn V, as it can only send about 27 tons to the moon, versus the Saturn V, which could throw a whopping 45 tons to the moon.
But how's it more powerful?
Will be launching from Kennedy
because it's more of a thrust. It's more like a thrust thing.
Which was formerly a Saturn V, Saturn 1B, and Space Shuttle pad. Artemis 2 is just a flyby of the moon. There will be no landing on the moon for this mission. It's similar to Apollo 8 as a full shakedown of the Orion vehicle, but unlike Apollo 8, it won't orbit the moon. It'll just be on a free return trajectory on a full 10-day mission. It won't be until Artemis 4 until we land on the moon again, and I'm working on a full deep dive video on that and the future of Artemis missions, so stay tuned. Cool. During the countdown, there's a few things to pay attention to, so here's a rough overview of the timeline.
Okay, so the timeline we already saw.
Yeah.
What should we have been looking out for? I guess Artemis 1 was a night launch.
Yeah.
The rocket will begin prop load at L-9 hours and 25 minutes. Obviously, that's much earlier than other rockets that do a load and go approach, like the Falcon 9. You'll also notice I'm saying L-, which means time until launch, or launch minus, as opposed to terminal count, or T-, which has pauses in the count to allow for built-in holds to review data and transition to other phases of countdown. The ICPS Stage 2 will start prop load at L-7 hours. The crew will start putting on their spacesuits around L-5 hours and 40 minutes, which takes about an hour, after which they'll depart for the pad at L-4 hours and 30 minutes. At L-4 hours, they'll begin to board the Orion spacecraft, and they'll start doing suit leak checks and comms checks. Hatch will close at about L-3 hours and 20 minutes, and from here on, there's additional checks and closeouts. At L-60 minutes, the launch director will hold a brief, so if there's any issues, we'll hear about it then. And at L-45 minutes, the closeout crew will leave the launch pad and get out of the exclusion zone. At L-40 minutes, you'll see the countdown timer hold at T-10 minutes. Now remember, there's a difference between the time until launch, or L-, and the countdown clock, the terminal count, in T-, which is confusing, but don't panic when you see the clock stop at T-10 minutes. At L-16 minutes, the launch director polls the team for the go, no-go poll. At L-10 minutes, the T clock and the L clock will finally line up, and the vehicle is officially in the automated terminal count sequence. At T-8 minutes, the crew access arm will retract. Orion goes on internal power at T-6 minutes, and other systems follow shortly after. At T-33 seconds is the real nail biter. That's the go for the automated launch sequencer.
T-2 seconds. Go for ALS.
And we are go for ALS.
If you get to that point in the countdown, it's on. But if there were any problems before this, the clock will likely go back to a T-10 minute hold. If a problem arises within that T-33 seconds, expect a full scrub for the day with no further reset as stated in the launch rules. The next thing to look out for is the ignition of the hydrogen burn-off igniters, or the sparkler things, at T-12 seconds, which burn off any hydrogen that is expelled during the startup process of the RS-25s. At T-6.363 seconds, ignition starts on the 4 RS-25 engines, and they'll ramp up to full power over the next few seconds until the moment of truth. Right at T0, the two massive solid rocket boosters ignite and lift off.
This is so cool just watching like at night, man. Yeah, I do wish that the one we watched, Artemis 2, I wish that was a night one.
And this is obviously going to be a really exciting moment.
Would have been visually more striking.
The first crew to head out to the moon in 54 years. By T+9 seconds, they're already clearing the launch tower, and the rocket will initiate its roll and pitch maneuver. At T+56 seconds, the rocket reaches supersonic speeds, and at T+1 minute and 10 seconds, it reaches maximum aerodynamic pressure, or max Q.
That's why Opus said max Q.
At T+2 minutes and 9 seconds, the SRBs burn out and then separate. Then at T+3 minutes and 18 seconds, the launch escape tower will be jettisoned. The crew will ride the giant core stage all the way up until 8 minutes and 3 seconds, which puts them on a highly elliptical trajectory, which is nearly orbital. Then the stage separates and they coast up until T+49 minutes and 49 seconds, they'll fire up the second stage for the first time for only a few seconds to officially put them into a 2,222 kilometer by 185 kilometer elliptical orbit. Then they basically fall back down to Earth and will perform the major apogee raise burn at T plus 1 hour and 47 minutes. That would usually be a translunar injection burn at perigee, but
they're gonna do that
for
in
Artemis
like
2, they'll just raise their orbit to be
probably half an hour?
70,000 kilometer at apogee and 0 kilometers at perigee.
I thought they
This
were
allows
doing
for the
that when we
disposal
were
of the upper stage,
watching.
and it also means if there's an issue with Orion's
I
service
think they're
module,
doing
they'll be
the
returning back to
the
Earth for
burn to
re-entry
get
on
into the
next
higher
orbit.
orbit.
And here they'll also do a
okay.
close proximity
Yeah, this
maneuvering
is
checkout
which I
between
wish we could
Orion
have saw
and
where
the
they
ICPS.
turned where
Then
it
it
turned.
takes all the way until T plus 13 hours and 44 minutes for Orion to coast up to that 70,000 kilometer apogee.
Yeah.
And there it'll do
They're
another
not quite here
perigee
yet,
raise
okay?
burn. Then it falls
No,
back down
no,
to
no.
perigee, which takes a while from that altitude. So at T plus 1 day and 1 hour and 37
Oh my
minutes,
goodness.
Orion will perform its own
Set your
TLI, or
clock.
translunar injection, with the service module. Keep in mind, when we say T plus 1 day, it's actually day 2 of the mission, since
Oh.
T plus 1 day includes the first 24 hours.
Mm.
At this point, their orbit is now
Okay.
officially raised to do a flyby of the moon.
Do they
On
really
days
do
2, 3,
anything
4,
on the
and 5,
meantime?
there'll be some
Oh.
tests and things like CPR
Okay.
demonstrations,
That answers
communications
it.
tests, and a handful of correction burns. At T plus 4 days, 21 hours, and 2 minutes, Orion will officially break the record for the furthest from Earth humans have ever been, beating Apollo 13's record of 400,171 kilometers,
13, yeah.
and will reach a peak distance of about 402,000 kilometers, just barely beating Apollo 13. One important distinction between Artemis 1 and 2 and other Artemis missions is that Artemis 2 is doing a free return trajectory around the moon, and it won't actually get into lunar orbit, or of course, like we said, won't land on the moon either. So after this point, the crew is basically falling back to Earth. At T plus 5 days, 1 hour and 23 minutes, it'll be the closest approach to the moon at about 7,400 kilometers above the lunar surface. On the way back on T plus 6,
This is the
7,
footage
8
from,
days, there's a handful
1.
of correction burns, there's radiation
I'm not
shielding
I
demonstration, and a manual
assume-
piloting demonstration. At T plus 9
I don't know,
days,
Artemis
1
1
hour
went
and
to the
13 minutes,
moon.
the crew module and
I know it
service
was
module will
unmanned.
separate, exposing the heat shield of Orion
I have to
prior
look it
to
up.
re-entry into Earth's atmosphere.
I know
At
that's
T
why it
plus
was
9
held back.
days,
The
1
heat
hour and
shield they
33
wanted
minutes,
to
Orion officially
like,
begins its
update
entry
it.
interface as it begins
makes
to
sense.
re-enter Earth's atmosphere. From here on out, we'll use altitudes as milestones. At about 11 kilometers, the forward cover will deploy in preparations for the parachutes deploying. At about 8 kilometers, the drogue chutes will deploy, and at about 3 kilometers, the main chutes will deploy. And finally, at about T plus 9 days, 1 hour and 46 minutes, Orion and the crew of Artemis 2 will splash down and be recovered within 2 hours. Welcome home. So that will complete their 10-day mission around the moon. This will be the furthest that humans have ever traveled from Earth, a mission full of many exciting firsts, and it opens up a new era in 21st century exploration. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about Artemis 2. Again, be sure and join us live on launch day, and we'll get into even more details on some of the stuff if you're interested. And I'm also still working on a mega deep dive on the Artemis program as a whole, and trying to figure out if there's any shortcuts or commercial rockets or fast track lunar lander options that could ensure the US lands on the moon again before 2030. Huge thanks to our Patreon supporters, especially our mission directors.
Well,
who
isn't
you
that
can
what
see
they're
here on
planning with
screen.
the
If you want to support the work we do,
with
head on
Artemis,
over to
5?
patreon.com/everydayastronaut
Yeah.
or become a YouTube member.
So they're
or
planning
an
to land
subscriber.
twice in
And just
1
in time
year?
for this historic mission, we have some new merch in our shop, including our
27
new
and 28,
orange to the core pocket shirt and
Oh,
mug.
no,
That's a nod to the
Artemis
ISO
3
standards
is
that give
27,
SLS's
but they
core
said,
its distinct
okay.
orange color. We also
They're
have
all
some
good.
new
I'll go back.
translunar coat.
But they said
Yeah.
that for in 28 they plan to send up 4
Yeah,
and
2.
5.
Yes, yes. Because early 2028 and late 2028.
But you have to go now?
Yeah, I probably should go.
Okay. I might
it's
watch a
almost
few more
5.
videos that my
Yeah.
chat recommended. But
Yeah.
everyone, if you want to find Edda, she is in the description. It should just be at Edda in the description.
Mhm.
So it should
And
be
if you guys
easy
want to
peasy.
see Seth, you can find him at the same location for me as well. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad we could have done this together.
No problem. Ooh.
Yeah, it was fun. Okay.
I hope
All
you have
right,
a
I'm
great
gonna.
rest of your vacation.
Yeah, I'm gonna go raid over to you. So, so people can catch the rest of it.
Yeah, we just have a few more videos that my chat recommended to watch.
Yeah, I will do that. I will send all of my chat to go finish watching with you. So let me do that really quick. Like get this set up. Where is my thingy?
I'm gonna move my setup around a little bit while you're doing that, so I don't
Yeah,
have
that's
the
fine.
whole end broadcast right next to my play button for YouTube videos. The fact that that's just been there the whole stream, I was like, oh hey, why is text randomly appearing on my screen? Oh, why? Because I'm hitting something on OBS, and what I was hitting is like the thing directly below end broadcast, and I was like, oh, that's really bad.
Are you not on YouTube today?
I am on YouTube.
It's not letting me find to send to you on there.
Hold up. 1 minute.
I wonder, did you end up taking it raid abilities off?
No, there's raid abilities, but I think I might have done something even dumber. I think I might have. I think. Okay. I know what I did. I think the stream's unlisted like an idiot. This stream has been unlisted this whole time, hasn't it? Oh no.
Oh
no, it's public. It's public. It should be just on my front page. Hold up. I'll click on it and send it to you.
Yeah, it's I'm trying to find the redirect stuff.
Here you go. And that actually reminds me, I need to end my poll. Well, let me send it to you on the Discord. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Ooh, it's right there.
That's
but actually,
so weird. It's not letting me raid out.
There it is. Ooh.
Oh, there we go. Okay, whatever. I saved. It's all good. All right. Thank you for having me. I'm gonna go ahead and
thank you for joining
end my stream. Yeah, no problem. I hope you have a wonderful Easter and all that stuff.
Oh, I will. Ooh, I'm gonna have the Eucharist.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Chat, let me real quick. While she's saying her goodbyes to her chat personally, I'm gonna quickly end the poll. Cause I forgot to do that. I was supposed to end that earlier for as a topic discussion. Let's see here. And then end poll. So what did you guys vote for? What was your favorite thing from the space? Ooh, you guys liked LEDs? You guys like space memes? Ooh, you guys like government surveillance GPS? You are glowing. You're absolutely glowing, chat. And only 2 people like Dippin' Dots. Oh, there's the raid. Welcome, Eddas. Welcome. Ooh. Are you guys called folks? And I'm getting a phone call right now, really? Okay, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 minute. I'm so sorry. My apologies, I had to take that call. I don't know what Edda's doing. I don't know if she's still saying goodbyes. I don't.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Mine's all sent out.
Okay, then have a good rest. Have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And I'm technically in her. Wait a second. In VTube Studio, I'm technically. Wait. Okay, she's gone on VTube Studio. Okay, I clicked on VTube Studio to leave the collab there too. Oh, disconnected. Oh, I'm all alone. I'm all alone. Wait, that's not the right one. That's the right emoji. Connecting to collab. Disconnected. It says looping. It says looping. It's just reminding me of how alone I am. Thanks for the stream. We're not done yet, Opus. We still have more to do. There's more work to do. Also, welcome Twitch people. Welcome Dragon. Ooh. Welcome Dragon and everyone else who came along. We have a few more videos to watch. Ooh. Let's see here. Let's get those off. Ooh, what are all of my emojis? I have excited, so because I'm seeing stars. This is on a loop. But let me find those other. Everything's a little mixed around now, so just give me 1 minute to find everything. Where is the playlist we were just looking at? There it is. Okay, so evolution of spacesuits. I want to look at animals that went to space. Okay, let me get this up real quick. Let me get the feedback up. Let's go to silly and audio. Ooh. Sam O'Neill made this video. Oh, thanks for the stream for Edda. Okay. I'm sure Edda, I'm sure appreciates it. Ooh. What? Today's episode is Animals in Space.
Animal test subjects have always been an important facet of science, since they allow us to study physiology in more destructive ways than we could get away with on humans. So it should come as no surprise that, over the years, there's been a lot of creatures haphazardly thrown at the cosmos against their will. Here's a bunch of smelly animals that achieved more in their short lives than you ever will. Quick disclaimer, this is by no means a comprehensive list, not even close. We'd be here all day if it was. More so just a highlight reel of the ones I found the most interesting. So the Great Zoo in the Sky was first founded in 1947 when the US launched a craft containing a bunch of fruit flies 68 miles into the air in order to see what kind of horrible mutants would get made from all the cosmic radiation up there. Unfortunately, they were totally fine, so the Earth was like, hey, living things can go into space and not die instantly, supple. And the next year they decided to send up a rhesus macaque named Albert, which it seems kind of like jumping the gun to go from barely alive specks to basically a person in one step. If it were me, I would have thrown like a frog or a gerbil in between there, but whatever, I'm no cosmopolitan. Anyway, Albert died of suffocation on the way up and never really made it to space alive. Fun fact, this rocket was actually a V-2 missile stolen from the Germans after World War II. So just in case any of you have any sympathy for those Nazi characters, they're technically responsible for the death of a poor innocent space monkey. Pretty condemning if you ask me. But I guess the US felt pretty bad about it, so they decided to deal with their grief by naming the next monkey Albert II. Pretty unhealthy coping mechanism according to my shrink, but she also thinks punk is...
You can't just name the second one Albert II. Wait a minute. You are replacement Albert. Hopefully you will fare better than the last one. Poor Albert, don't worry. We have a spare.
So what does she know? This Albert actually made it into space alive through a grand effort incorporating all the incredible cutting-edge technology that the atomic era had to offer. And after all that, they goofed on the parachute, so Albert II turned into a fine red mist on impact. Which
don't
just
be
goes
a
to
red.
prove the
Don't be
age-old
Albert
adage,
3.
You can lead a monkey to space, but you can't make him land. There were a few more Alberts after this.
Among Us,
Albert III fucking exploded.
Okay.
Albert IV made it up, but he had another tissue
Stop
paper
naming them
parachute with a-
Albert. It's not working out. Stop naming them Albert. Do they hate monkeys? They hated macaques specifically.
For heck, so he's out. Albert V, yet again, bad shoot, liquefied on impact, until finally, in 1951, on Albert number 6, they figured out how to make a big blanket that consistently makes
six
you
time
not
the charm,
immediately
as
die
they
when you fall
say.
from the sky. And the monkey was recovered alive from the capsule, alongside his 11 mouse roommates. Of course, he died 2 hours later, but hey, still counts. Earlier that same year, Russia launched 2 little pupniks named Tsigan and
Why
Dizzy.
were there
Both of them
rats?
came back unharmed.
Were
These
the
two were
rats
first
there when they
vertebrates that ever
launched or
leave Earth and come
after?
back alive. Then in 57, the Reds snagged another achievement by putting the first living thing into orbit, besides the bacteria clinging to Sputnik.
Couldn't they just send a mannequin with a...
Specifically, they launched one
with an air
brave
bubble?
and daring dog from the
They need-
streets of Moscow. Probably the most famous animal to ever go into space. You know its name well. That dog is, of course, Airbud. Unlike those other guys we talked about, Laika was never planned to be recovered intact, since we barely knew how to put something into orbit by this time, let alone bring it back. But they still wanted to make sure she stayed
all these
alive
haven't even
long
been
enough
in
to at least
orbit. They
reach
just went
space.
high enough
So
to be
before
in
the mission,
space and
they
then
put
went
her
back
through
down.
the most rigorous canine space camp that Russia had to offer.
Can he
Throwing
base
her in a
life form?
centrifuge for a while to get her used to G-force, making her cage progressively smaller to get her used to cramped spaces, which made her just not shit anymore at all, but that's a different story. They also switched her diet to to a special
They just gave the dog anxiety
after takeoff. You know, had her brain not crapped out from overheating within the first few hours. In 59, the US strapped 2 monkeys to the nose
They just gave a dog anxiety and threw it into space. What's the point?
Which is crazy, mostly because these things withstood 38 Gs of acceleration. For context, that's the force that makes even trained pilots lose consciousness times 4, or this thing times 12, or roughly the same force experience.
Are they still named Albert?
That's not a normal speed bump, but one of those evil tiny ones that ruin your life. You know the ones. Well, that's what you get for doing 25 near a hospital, Sam. Well, hey, good thing I'm already here, considering the ballistics test that just went down between the roof of my car and my frickin' skull. Jesus. So in 61, we graduated from monkeys to great apes, sending up a chimpanzee.
It is trial and error.
Remember Space Jams?
We've moved on to Ham.
Andy Samberg.
We had Albert. Now we have Prince. We had Prince Albert in a can. Now we just went to Ham. You know, because we kept making Albert into Ham. We made it simpler, chat. You know, that's efficiency. If the rocket exploded, would it have been steamed ham? I think they don't name them anymore.
What's special about Ham is that he was actually trained to pull levers and slap buttons while up in the ship, being rewarded banana pellets for completing tasks and getting his feet tased whenever he messed up. Sounds like a cartoon, I know, but I promise it's for real. Meanwhile, the Soviets were busy putting a big ball.
Is that how we train modern astronauts? We just electrocute, like you did the wrong thing. You did the right thing. Here's some banana.
France saw the US and Russia sending up monkeys and dogs and felt left out. So in 63, they launched a cat into space and were like, yeah, that's cool and unique. I'm one of the popular kids now. In 68, the Soviets saw the rabbit making rice cakes on the moon and said, how about a tortoise for that hair? Launching 2 of them into deep space.
Who launches tortoises?
They were recovered alive after their capsule landed in the ocean. Kind of cheating when you are your own crash suit, but an impressive feat regardless. In 73, we put mummy chogs in space. What's a mummy chog? It's one of those
average
things,
American
like a fish,
education.
But real rough and tumble. Tolerates low oxygen, weird pressure, high salinity, dishwasher safe, Energy Star rated, you name it, sister. At first they could only swim in circles, but after a couple weeks they actually adapted to 0G and figured out how to maneuver properly. Even more interesting, we also brought mummy chog eggs, and when these hatched, the little mummy choglets knew how to swim in 0G immediately. Kinda spooky, honestly. That same mission also sent up some spiders who managed to spin some webs. Trash webs, mind you, but hey, they managed. In 78, the Muppet Show aired Pigs in Space for the first time. In 85, we cut off the arms of a bunch of newts and sent them up to see if they grow back the same way. The reasoning behind this being, if a newt can't grow stuff back, then an astronaut with a paper cut probably can't either. Fortunately, they rearmed themselves at the normal rate, so all's good on that.
Oh, thank God. I thought we were just sociopaths. We just were like, man, we just threw lizards into space without arms. Why?
Space shuttle as
they were newts.
This is real. The plan ultimately fell through after they realized Big Bird is fucking giant and unwieldy at all times, literally the worst possible choice for a celebrity cameo on a space shuttle. So instead they sent a school teacher in his place. And then the Challenger fucking exploded. Let me reiterate. There is a timeline not too far from this one where Big Bird is a casualty in the single worst astronautical disaster in history. A tiny evil part of me almost wishes that happened. Like, that's just so
How would they explain
absurd.
it?
In the early 90s, we sent up some baby jellyfish to grow up in space just for laughs. They figured out how to maneuver just fine, but when we brought them back down, they literally didn't have a concept of gravity and couldn't orient themselves properly in their new environment. Which, being a jellyfish is the easiest thing there is. You just kind of exist, maybe squirm a little now and then. So when you manage to somehow mess that up, you know things have gone seriously wrong. In 2003, the US sent up a bunch of invertebrates,
when we brought them back, did they know gravity?
Spiders, carpenter bees, and harvester ants. Whoops, they exploded. In 07, some tardigrades went up, totally exposed to the vacuum of space for 10 days, which, surprise, surprise, they were fine. On that same mission, a cockroach gave birth, creating the first organism that we know of to ever have been conceived outside of Earth. And finally, in 2018, Elon Musk sent a big basket of mice to the International Space Station. Just, you know, cause he can. So those
we sent rats with Albert, so I think it's fine.
Majesty of not knowing up from down. If you're like me, you're probably a little jealous. Why does an ugly ape get to go into space, but I don't? I wish to bear witness to the music of the spheres firsthand, in a way that a lower creature could never appreciate. You know why you feel like that? Because you're a nerd. And what better way to fill that space-shaped space in your shriveled nerd heart than a vast collection of high-quality documentaries? That's why you need to try CuriosityStream. CuriosityStream was founded by the dude behind the Discovery Channel, and it's an absolute treasure trove if you're someone like me who feeds off useless knowledge like a loach sucking algae off a fish tank. And with over 2,400 titles, a lot of which are CuriosityStream exclusives, it'd be hard not to
I
find
did
something
mute myself for a half
that
second there.
personally
Somebody came
recommend
home.
Deep Ocean, the Lost World of the Pacific. There's
But
some
he's doing
freaky things
Curiosity.
down there,
Well, actually, I don't know if this.
basically aliens.
I don't know
The
if the
whole thing's just one
sponsorship
massive
matters
trip. You can
anymore.
get unlimited access
What is
to
the last
full
time this guy
library
made
for
a
just
video?
$2.99 a month. I know it's a
Kinda
cliche,
just
but that's
stopped,
literally less
didn't
than
he?
a cup of Starbucks coffee a month. Also,
A
you can
basket
get your
of
first
mice.
30 days completely free if you sign up at curiositystream.com/salmonella and use promo code
Would you rather have a
salmonella
basket
during
of
the sign-up
mice or a
process.
basket of
Anyway,
rice?
That's all for today. Till next time.
They got
I'm
start
Salmonella,
building
and
the
I still
first
don't know what
colony by
ligma is.
2005 and got. Ooh. It got launched in 2045. Ooh. In the UC timeline, they were already building colonies by 2005. That was a little optimistic. That was a little optimistic. But the colonies were launched from Earth? That doesn't seem efficient. I thought they were just built in space. Wait a minute. Wait. That can't still be canon. Which basket has more protein? Definitely the rice. Sorry, definitely the mice. The rice is pure carbs. There's no protein in there. That's pure carbs. The space race. So this is evolutions of spacesuits. I want to watch the video about Tang Pie first, actually. I want to watch this video.
As astronaut ice cream. That was very popular.
This is
when it comes to the food that was served to astronauts in those early days of space travel.
This is
things like
Tasting History with Max Miller. Have to give credit. Honestly, if you send me a basket of mice, I just take care of them. Aww. Ooh. I'd probably lose them all in a day. Is the problem? They just. I'd question, how did you keep them all in the basket without them running away? And then they'd all run away, and then I'd still have questions. Ooh. They got it up and run. Okay, they launched it as in, like, they turned the lights on in 45. Okay. I thought they built it on Earth, and I was like, is this a J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie? Oh my god. Mice that are accustomed to humans are pretty docile. That's true. I've growing up, my family, we had a few pet mice. We'd like to tie strings. We just would close the door and tie strings across the room and let the mice run across the strings, just all across the room. And then at the end, we just like we just put food in their cage and they just go back to their cage and we just close it up. That's just what we do sometimes. So we just have like a spider's web of strings across the room with like little white mice running back and forth for like hours on end, and nobody could open the door because then it wouldn't be a game anymore once the door was open, because then the mice could get out. But you'd stuff like a towel at the bottom of the door to make sure they couldn't squeeze out and run away and become a headache. And yeah, you just let them just run around, and then you throw food in their cage, and they go right back in it. Also, I saw some of wasting almost $700 building a perfect grade new Gundam with a hammer and oh god. Why? Oh, that's not building on hard mode, that's building on masochist mode. Building a perfect grade new Gundam with a hammer and steel knife. He broke the funnel, you don't say. We had hamsters as a kid. I had guinea pigs and gerbils and mice. Not at the same time. Unneutered, horrific experience. Oh god. Did we ever have hamsters? No, only gerbils. Sorry. Okay. Well, unneutered, that sounds like a mistake. You had hamsters, and then you had a lot of hamsters.
Dehydrated purees in a...
That's when you learned about the concept of multiplication.
Squeeze tube, gelatinous cubes of bread, and
put a
perhaps
link.
most famous of all, Tang, the drink of astronauts, which was a popular ingredient to use
Tang
in
a thing
pie
still?
in the 1960s. So thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video.
Has
as we
anyone
look
here
at the
had
history of
Tang
space food,
before?
This time on Tasting History.
That's a really cool space shuttle in the background. Was that a model or was that Lego? I couldn't tell.
All
I
right,
didn't
so
get a good look at it.
4 of Transportation Month. We've done planes, we've done trains, we've done covered wagons, no automobiles. But today we are transporting ourselves to the moon because we are doing foods that were served in
the actual
space.
fuck?
Unfortunately, actually cooking foods that are served in space, it's kind of hard to do because even
Just
though
see a
the actual
new heads
recipes
each
themselves
day.
might be doable in a home kitchen, the processes that you have to do to actually make them as they would be served in space.
I imagine it probably felt like you probably felt like the Greeks, where Greeks were just like, where do fruit flies come from? And they're like, flies just come from meat. You know, flies don't reproduce; they just come out of the meat. You're probably just like, you just come and be like, oh, just more hamsters came out of the bedding. I have many times. Tang is a secret ingredient in orange chicken.
You just don't have. You have like industrial equipment to suck out all the air and dehydrate things far more than anything that you could actually get in your home could do. But in the 1960s, people were given the option of trying something that the astronauts actually drank up in space, and that is Tang, made with Tang flavor crystals.
Wake up to Tang!
Now, these came on the market in 1959, having been invented in 57 by food scientist William Mitchell. And in 1962, NASA sent these flavor crystals up with John Glenn when he went into space so they could be rehydrated and drunk up there. Now, because of that, a lot of people thought that Tang was actually developed by NASA, but it wasn't. It was developed by a company called General Foods.
There's a lot of things like that people think were developed by NASA, but
that people thought that it was an
NASA
actual
popularized
NASA product.
them.
In fact, they kind of doubled down on it and used it in a lot of their marketing. They even developed a recipe for astronaut pie, or Tang pie, which they marketed as the pie of the future. Spoiler alert, it is not the pie of the future. Not many people eat it these days. But it was very popular in the late 60s, and it helped the company because not only did it use Tang, but it also used a new invention of theirs called...
If I ever have a hamster doing unspeakable things to each other, oh lord!
You can't have pie without Cool Whip.
It was actually also developed by William Mitchell, who
Did you know that they eat each other at the slightest touch of illness? Oh yeah, they're little cannibals sometimes. Some rodents are like that.
Called Mitchell Mud,
yeah, it's not nice.
And he invented
when they eat their own babies, also not very nice.
I haven't had them in like 30 years.
You know, the babies look like jelly beans, and I think they just get confused.
In this recipe, which says, mix condensed milk and Tang, add in sour cream until well blended, then fold in tub of Cool Whip. Pour in the pie crust and refrigerate for 4 hours or until set back cold. Now it's because it needs to be refrigerated.
No, we need to go back to that real quick. We need to go mix condensed milk with Tang. I don't know what Tang is, but it sounds like it's orange. I'm guessing it looks orange. You say it's orange chicken. Do you mean orange chicken, the Chinese food, or orange chicken like it has the taste of orange? I'm imagining I'm imagining citrus. And then so it's like milk and citrus sounds awful. And then it's sour cream on top of that. So it's like sour milk on that. And then you blend it. And then you're like, here's some Cool Whip. Here's some more milk on it. This just sounds awful. Now, mind you, Tang probably doesn't taste like citrusy, but even if it doesn't, like, this just sounds like an awful pie. Condensed milk, followed by sour cream and Cool Whip. Sounds disgusting. It sounds vile. You literally saw generations eating each other, babies at first. Look up. Oh, God. Oh, God. Babies at first look like monkey heads at the first 2 days from above. Oh god, they have those big eyes and whatnot. Orange chicken Chinese food. Okay. I've never had Tang. I don't think I have. I don't know Tang. That's crazy. That's crazy. Is it crazy? Do I need to order some Tang? Hold up. Before we continue, let me see if I can order some Tang on Amazon. Bezos, give me Tang. Is Tang still made? Is it still a thing? I don't know where I'd get Tang, but Tang. Tang comes up, orange drink mix. But this is like orange juice Tang. So is it like citrusy after all? What's going on? Tang as in a tangerine? Is that what it stands for? I don't know. Is that why it sounds citrus and orange? I don't know. It's like key lime pie. Key lime pie doesn't sound very good to me, honestly. Not really strange at all. It doesn't sound... I like pumpkin pie. I like apple pie. I like pudding pie. Still a thing? Yes, it's a thing. Gotta go. Have a good one, Seth King. Have a good one, chat. You have a good one yourself. I called you Bilbo in the past. I just realized that your name is not Bilbo. I've called you. I just realized your name's Bebo, and I've been calling you Bilbo every time you've been here. I'm sorry about that. I just realized I've been calling you Bilbo. I am barely literate, and that still puts me above most of Gen Alpha. Well, I will order some Tang. If I can get it locally, like from the Walmart, I'm gonna get it. No problems. I love being short and having rings. You got that bling. But okay, if I can get it locally, I will. By locally, I mean like the Walmart that's like several miles away in the next town over. But if I can, I will get some Tang. If I can't like get it, then I'll order it online. But we will have Tang this or next week, chat. This I promise you, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Haha. Like when I'm with Marilyn Monroe. Haha. Kennedy. Walmart should have it. Okay.
Refrigerate for 4 hours or until set and cold. Now it's because it needs to be refrigerated that the pie never actually made it up into space, because in those early days of space travel, they had no way to refrigerate anything. There were no refrigerators. There was no way to heat food. It was just kind of everything was at room temperature or slightly above, I guess. So
wouldn't a
really
refrigerator, because how a refrigerator work, wouldn't it actually be bad to have in a spaceship, because it would actually make the spaceship hotter? Because how refrigerators work is that they make what's inside of them cooler, but they do that, they have to, Newtonian physics and whatnot. Everything else, they have to radiate the heat away from them. So wouldn't that actually just, be a liability in space to have something like that? Also, I'm happy I paused it, because we can also say he does have the Tang, so this Tang is canonical. So I can get some of this Tang. He has Tang right here. He has Palkia, I think. He has the space Pokemon. That's actually a really nice touch.
Grateful that you have things like a refrigerator and a microwave in your home kitchen, which is really all
Soldier
you need
76
to enjoy a meal
is Gen Alpha.
Factor is a ready-to-eat meal service that delivers fresh, never frozen meals right to your door.
Is Soldier 76 because 76 was already taken? Oh god.
But it's different than HelloFresh because you don't actually even have to cook anything.
You think Soldier 76 has ever read a novel in his life?
Shop, doesn't like to prep, doesn't like to cook, doesn't like to clean up, because all you do is take the meal, pop it in the microwave or into the oven, and in a couple minutes, it's ready. I actually started using Factor years ago before I started tasting history when I still worked in an office.
I don't like meal prep things. I genuinely, it's not that hard to make your own food, and it will be cheaper than Factor.
They have over 35
Real talk.
chef-crafted meals every week.
I don't like skipping over ads, but
is 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 3/4 of a cup of Tang powder drink mix, a half cup of sour
make
cream,
this.
1 9-ounce tub of Cool Whip.
I really don't want to put sour cream in a pie.
Cool Whip doesn't come in a 9-ounce tub anymore. It comes in an 8-ounce tub. So I'm getting 2 and taking an ounce of Cool Whip and adding it to it, but I really don't think it matters. Then you also need 1 graham cracker crust, which you can buy already made, but you can also make it yourself by taking 1.5 cups or 170 grams of graham cracker.
Okay, this is going to be a lot more difficult because I don't know where to find gluten-free graham crackers.
7 tablespoons or 100 grams of melted butter. Mix all of that together and then press it into the sides and bottom of a 9-inch pie plate. Then pop it in the fridge to firm up a little bit while you make your filling. And for that, all you do is take the sweetened condensed milk and put it in a large bowl, and then stir in the Tang crystals. And this is where the Tang, like magic, turns into a
like that
topping
looks
fade
good.
orange. Then add the sour cream and stir it in until smooth. Finally, add
That's
the
just
Cool
the
Whip
sour
just a bit
cream's
at a
killing
time,
me. I know I'm
folding it
being
in
like
until it
prejudiced
gets
here, but
combined.
like
You want to make sure you maintain all of that cool.
it sounds really good, except for that I like sour cream, mind you.
Smooth it out on top. Then
But
pop it in the
I've never
fridge for at
used it
least
for
4 hours
baking.
to let
It's
it
always
firm
for
up,
like
and that will give us
it's always
plenty
for
of time to
Tex-Mex.
head back to the 1960s
It's killing
and see
me.
what those first people in
I'm
space
sure-
were eating for dinner.
Well, you know what? I'm sure it is good. I mean, this is like literally a
So while Tang
recipe
was
a
one of the
company
first
stood
foods ever
by.
taken up into space, it was not the first, and that's
You were
because
AFK
Tang was
pretty
for
sure
astronauts,
Tang's space
but the
stuff
first
was
person
all
to be in
marketing
space
BS.
was a cosmonaut,
No.
or
It did go
someone
into
who was
space
from the Soviet side,
but they
astronauts were from the American side. On
they
April
made
12,
it extra.
1961, cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin
They
became
leaned
the first
into
person
it
to
because it
journey
was used
into
to
outer
add
space.
flavor to
It was aboard
astronaut
Vostok
food.
1, and during his 108 minutes orbiting the Earth, he ate the very first meal in space, which was beef and liver paste squeezed from a metal tube, followed by a
How
tube of
Russian.
chocolate sauce for dessert. A few months later,
I'm surprised there was no
cosmonaut
vodka in
also
it.
consumed food in space, shortly afterward becoming the first person to vomit in
You
space.
had Tang
And
long
then
long
it was
ago.
finally the Americans' turn, not to vomit, but to
I hope
eat
you liked it.
in space. Now, even though the Soviets had already eaten something in space, I guess the conversation was not really happening between them and NASA very much at the time, because NASA was still questioning if people even could eat in space, namely swallowing. You might not be able to get the food to go down without gravity, and so food or water would just kind of sit in your esophagus and you'd drown. But I'm hoping they were pretty sure that that wasn't going to happen, because they told John Glenn Jr., who was the first American to go up
There's
into
sour
space,
cream in your
and he
sugar
had to
cookie
eat
recipe.
and
I'm
drink
sure
something
like once you bake
was on
it, well no,
Friendship
you don't
7
bake
as
this
he
stuff.
orbited the Earth
I'm
on
sure the
February 20th
sugars
of
and whatnot like
1962.
counter it and
I
it
can
adds like
confirm
a
that he did not drown.
complementary
What I'm not
flavor.
entirely sure
It's
of
just
is
I'm
exactly
thinking
what
of
he
like
drank. Was it water or was it Tang? I know he had Tang very.
the thing is what I'm imagining with the pie is it's just I'm imagining a pie of pure sour cream. Is what I'm imagining. It's like, no, it's not an entire cream. It's not an entire pie of sour cream. But that's all I'm imagining with it, and that's the problem. It's an additive flavor. It's not even a dominant flavor. It's something to, you know, balance out the other flavors so it's not too sweet. I understand that's what the sour cream is for. It's to add a little bit of bitterness or sour, whatever you want to say, to all the sweetness so it's not overwhelming. That's why you add dark chocolate for pudding pie so it's not too sweet. You know, you use dark chocolate because you don't want your pie to be too sweet, you know. I mean, pumpkin pie is the same way. Pumpkin itself is the bitter you have to counteract all the sugar, and you add a lot of sugar. You add a lot of sugar, especially with the condensed milk. You add a lot of sugar to pumpkin pie, to be honest. I understand it's the same idea as those other pies that I love, but I just can't get over it. I just can't get... You literally add, what is it? You add, I think, vinegars to apple pie. I make apple pie once a year. I can never remember ingredients, but apple pie, you add sours or whatever. Sours is something specific, but you add things to apple pie as well. I know that the sour cream makes sense. I'm just being stupid about it.
Shortly after this, but he might have had it that first time too. I'm not entirely sure. When it comes to food, we do know what he ate because the New York Times wrote about it. Glenn had space snack by tube. Food squeezed via helmet hole. Within
That
about
looks
20
like
minutes
that looks
after
like
he
a
had soared
ointment
aloft,
cream
Lieutenant Colonel
tube.
John H. Glenn Jr.
That looks like the cream I had
apparently
like
the
my
first
eczema
snack
cream
in
when I
space.
was a
The
kid.
Mercury Control Center here reported that he dipped into his space food at 10:09 as he passed the tracking station at Kano, Nigeria. He squeezed the food out of special tubes resembling oversized tubes of toothpaste. His two-course menu consisted of a beef-vegetable mixture and applesauce. His squeeze food was semi-solid, which means it was pretty much like baby food, but with adult seasoning and sugar added. Now why, you may ask,
adult seasoning, is that what you call crack cocaine nowadays?
Well, in 1964, when Scott Carpenter tried to eat cookies
Oh
on his
no,
flight,
sorry,
the
this was
crumbs
like the
stayed behind to float in
50s
front
or
of his
60s.
face
This wasn't
like
the
so many
80s.
large
My bad.
particles of dust. And the problem with having crumbs up in space is not just that it makes a huge mess, but as The Simpsons showed us.
They'll clog the instruments!
Now, while The Simpsons are famous for predicting future events that then go on to actually happen, in this case, it was the real-life event that preceded The Simpsons. On March 23, 1965, astronaut John Young hid a corned beef sandwich in his spacesuit, and during the mission, he pulled it out and offered it to his fellow astronaut, Gus Grissom. Well, upon taking a bite of the sandwich, a bunch of rye crumbs started to float around the cabin. Now, Young was like, hey, it's just a prank, bro, but NASA did not see this as a harmless prank, and it actually led to congressional hearings and big ol' hullabaloo, and it led to a bunch of new restrictions on the astronauts about exactly what they could take into space. Now today, instead of bread, they usually just eat tortillas up in space because they don't have crumbs and they have a really long shelf life. But in the 1960s, we were a nation of bread eaters, and so NASA had to figure out a way to come up with a crumbless bread. And they did that by compressing it into bite-sized cubes and then spraying it with a coating of starch, which acted like a gelatin cover. And it wasn't just bread. They made food cubes out of everything from pre-cooked bacon and eggs to cheese and crackers, peanut butter, strawberries, cookies. If you could think of it,
they just made
NASA
protein
could
bars
turn it into
effectively.
a
They made
little
modern
cube that
protein
wasn't
bars.
very good to eat, because usually it was
I
like
do not
dehydrated
appreciate,
and then
just like
compressed
protein
into a
bars, they're
cube
not
and
good
then
to eat.
packaged, and so when the astronaut would pop it in their mouth, it would rehydrate and they'd eat it, but it was kind of
It's literally just protein bars.
Not usually very good. Most of the food that was
It's literally just protein bars. I curse you, NASA. How dare you make these things?
Up with the astronauts was not very good. Not just in flavor, but
don't worry,
in
chat. Once you
texture,
eat like
because
100
it was either
protein
being
bars,
cubed
you
like
learn
this
to
or
accept it.
dehydrated to the point of just being powder, much more than like a dehydrator that you'd have at home. And so
that's
yes,
worse.
They would add water and rehydrate it, but then it was just like mush. Astronaut Gordon Cooper was the first to try
you have a
this
lazy
space
eye.
mush when he failed to enjoy.
He's like
a
Ryan
bag of
Gosling,
roast
but
beef.
in reverse.
But both the mush and the food cubes.
Ryan
seem to have been
Gosling, his left
preferred
eye is lazy,
over
if I remember
the
correctly.
tubes of food that
Was
they
that why he was
had on those early
maybe
missions.
that's why he was
What I
cast in
find
Project
really
Hail
interesting is
Mary.
that the dehydrated food, it was much lighter, obviously, but they didn't need to take into account the weight of the water that would be used to hydrate it, because they didn't take the water with them into space. They made the water in space. Now, I'm not a rocket scientist, no, really, but I am led to believe that in those early spacecrafts, the fuel cells made electricity by mixing hydrogen and oxygen somehow, and that led to a byproduct of water, and it was that water that they would use to rehydrate the food. So
efficient.
They didn't have to count it and in the weight of the spacecraft going up. Ingenious. Now, when it came to taste,
that
the
is
acid
really
rehydrating
good.
Kind of took a lot of that out, I guess. And even worse, when they would rehydrate it, the astronauts often said that it kind of took on the flavor of the plastic bag that it was in, so it all just kind of tasted the same, none of it. More popular was the freeze-dried food, which they eventually started bringing on, and it didn't take out as much water content, so it kept more of the texture of the original food and more of the flavor. So those ended up becoming more popular, but they couldn't freeze dry everything, I guess. A lot of things still had to be dehydrated. Now, they were testing all sorts of other ways to preserve food, and one of my favorites was actually done by Dr. Sidney Schwartz, who had made food for the Navy when they had gone down to Antarctica.
In the Navy,
space food,
where you can
what he
bone
did
other
was
men.
he worked out a recipe on paper and shopped in a Bethpage, New York supermarket for $5 worth of groceries: flour, cornstarch, powdered milk, banana flakes, and hominy grits. Now, had that been the full recipe, I would have just made that today. But it was the way that he actually prepared those ingredients that I just can't do at home. After mixing the ingredients, he baked them in a hydraulic press at 400 degrees Fahrenheit under 3,000 pounds of pressure. The
That sounds like
result was a
hard to
brick
do
of
at your
food
home.
he
That
said
sounds
was
pretty
as hard
fair.
as tempered masonite and would require a saw, an electric saw, to actually cut through. Essentially, he had made astronaut hardtack. And just like the sailors of yore, it had to be pulverized into a dust and then put into water and soaked for several hours before it even became palatable. But
What's the
once it had,
point?
he said it tasted like breakfast cereal topped with bananas. I rather like it, though I don't think it ever actually made it up into space. But in 1964,
so many
the Los
steps.
Angeles Times did tell us about some foods that were making it into space on the upcoming Gemini missions.
Gemini?
And yes, it's pronounced Gemini. I always thought it was Gemini, like, the zodiac sign, but according to NASA in 1965, they said Nope, we pronounce it Gemini. I kind of think it was because some of the people working on it didn't know that it was pronounced Gemini, but they refused to admit that.
Oh, that's absolutely the reason why. There are Americans who didn't know Greek or Latin or whatever, and then it's Greek. And they're just like, nah, it's Gemini. That's how we say it back home.
Inserting the nozzle in one end of a dehydrated food package, they'll wait for the food to be reconstituted.
It was 100% some American who never heard, who just was saying it in accent and nobody wanted to correct him.
Day diet in 4 meals. The proposed menu for days 1, 5, 9, and 13 is Meal A: sugar frosted flakes, sausage patties, toast squares, and orange grapefruit juice. Meal B: tuna salad,
what about
cheese
the other
sandwiches,
days?
apricot pudding, and grape juice. Meal C: beef pot roast, carrots and
Just don't
cream
get to
sauce,
eat?
toasted bread cubes, pineapple cubes, and tea. Meal D: potato soup, chicken bites, toast squares, applesauce, brownies, and grapefruit juice. So it was a good amount of food. The only issue was getting the astronauts to actually eat it. There were a lot of missions where they'd be sent up with 2,500 calorie a day meals, but they would only eat less than 1,000 calories. Part of this was because the taste was not great due to being in space. The fluids inside of their body would pool more in their head than usual because of very little gravity, and so they would kind of always have a stuffy nose, so it just made it so they couldn't taste anything.
Oh, I didn't know that about zero G. You just get like stuffed sinuses. Yeah.
The way that it was processed, the flavor.
Why Gemini and not Gemini?
They just didn't like it.
Almost certainly because of American accents. Almost certainly, or because of phonetics.
It was on Apollo 8.
It's either because it's actually more likely because of phonetics, to be honest. During the time period, there was a large focus on phonetics and like the phonetic alphabet, like the NATO alliance phonetic, the alliance I forget what it's called, but I'm just gonna call it the Ally phonetic alphabet of World War II, or you know, the NATO phonetic alphabet, you know, like Charlie Tango kind of thing. It was likely due to phonetics. If he doesn't have the information, I'm not gonna imagine I'm gonna discover the information, in all honesty. But it was either down to the fact that the people who did it had an accent, or it was for some kind of phonetic thing, so everyone would say it the same regardless of accent. So it's literally either because of an accent or to counter accents, most likely.
The first space flight to reach the moon. And on Christmas Day, the 3-man crew, Frank Borman, Jim Lovell,
oh yeah,
and
they
Bill
read a
Anders
passage from the Bible when they went around the moon.
It was a full Christmas
and then
dinner,
some a-hole atheists were like,
dinner,
oh, I was
wrapped
offended
up
by
in foil
that.
And then decorated with red and green ribbons.
Because we
It was a
can't have
turkey and
literally
gravy
going
dinner complete
around
with cranberry,
the moon on
applesauce,
Christmas
grape
and then
drink,
read
and
about
coffee.
Jesus,
And while it
baby
might not
Jesus.
look like much, the
That's a
astronauts
fucking
did
line
say
too
it was some of
far.
the best food they'd ever had in space. And this was because the turkey and gravy
I
specifically
do not have any real
was
grade
not fully
unicorn kits, no.
dehydrated or freeze-dried or made
I have
into a
very
cube,
few real
but was
grades.
served in something new called a wet pack. And this let a lot
It
of
would be on the
moisture
backlog
stay
list,
in
which
the
I don't think
food,
I've
so
reposted
not
in a
only
while,
did
so
the
I should
flavor
probably
stay,
do that.
But some of the texture
But I
too.
think I have
This
like
was done
less
by a
than
process
3. I
called
think I have at most 3
thermostabilization,
real
which is
grades.
essentially heating it to a temperature where it kills many of the microorganisms, similar to the way that you do canning. And this
I have the
became
real
a very
grades
new
Zabi,
and
the real
popular
grade
way of
Zeong,
making their food, but
and like 1
it
or
seems
2
that
more
the
real
food
grades.
cubes and the dehydrated food stuck around because we know what they ate on the moon. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin spent a little less than 24 hours on the moon, during which time they'd eat 2 meals. Their first scheduled meal to be eaten on the moon will consist of bacon squares, peaches, sugar
Right.
cookie cubes, pineapple grapefruit drink, and coffee. The second meal will contain beef stew, cream of chicken soup, date fruitcake, grape punch, and
I think
orange
that's the
drink.
little cup
As I
that he
mentioned
had
in my video
Eucharist
on
out of.
fruit-
Wait, no, we need to go back. I talked about earlier how Buzz Aldrin had the first Eucharist on the moon, because, you know, he was like, I'm on the moon, he wasn't Catholic, but he was a Church of England, which is like angelic, whatever it's called, I can't remember, I don't care. I don't care. Their king was like, I want a divorce, and then he was like, well, I'm gonna make my own Catholicism with blackjack and hookers, you know, and that's what he did. And he got a divorce. Literally, that's how the Church of England got founded. The king wanted a divorce. What a pious place. but I think that little cup you see, lower left-hand corner, I believe that's what he drank the Eucharist out of. I can't quite remember, but he poured a little bit of, he had a little bit of ceremonial wine. He had like a little bit of bread, like a wafer bread. So don't worry, it's not like the bread that's crumbly. I don't think Eucharist can crumble. In all honesty, I don't know what he drew. I don't know what that. It's barely even bread because it's the body of Christ. Anyways, so you have the Eucharist. I think he drank it out of that. So he just had like he just did a prayer over the Eucharist. He drank the ceremonial wine, and he had the body, and he had the bread. So he had the body and blood of Christ. Fun fact: first Apollo 11 is where the first time anyone's ever had the Eucharist on the moon. Random fact that a lot of people don't know about, because it's like, why would you know that? But yeah, Buzz just was like, thank you, God, I am alive. Mag is a modular, so if you have multiple kits, you can give your beam magnum to a stendo. That's actually pretty cool. And also makes sense because I know other kits can use the beam magnum. Other mobile suits
did not get eaten. They actually brought
they just
it
have
back
their
with
arms
them,
fall off.
And you can still see it at the Smithsonian today. Now these meals were meant to be
pineapple,
eaten inside of the lunar
fruitcake
lander.
actually sounds
but
awful.
Should they get peckish while they're
I
out
know
there
good. I
bouncing
know
around
fresh
on the
fruitcake
moon
can
itself?
taste good.
Well, they had these
but I just
food
don't like
bars
pineapple.
that were stuck into the neck ring of their helmet, and they could like crane their neck and take a bite. I guess though that they didn't like this, and these stuck around all through NASA in the 60s and 70s, even into like spacewalks and stuff. They had these, but nobody really liked them because they would just get sticky and like get food all over your chin and everything. And it would be hours and hours before they could take the suit off and be back on the ship to clean it off. So usually what it
would be
happening
pretty
was
warm
they
in
would
those
eat
suits if you
these
think
bars
about it, because
before they even went out,
they'd be designed to
spacecraft,
retain heat.
completely defeating
Also,
the point
it's
of
very
having
hard
them
to
in the
shed
first place.
heat in
Now, while
space.
American astronauts were eating all of these American foods, the Soviet cosmonauts were eating Soviet food.
Beef
foods
and
that
liver.
were popular in their neck of the woods. Things like Borodinsky brown bread, cabbage soup, sausages, and for one dinner on the
Cabbage
Soyuz 9
soup.
in 1970,
Just
they
the
had
saddest
volba,
shit.
smoked fish, carcho, spiced meat,
Okay,
and
that
rice
sounds
soup,
nice.
chicken or ham or meat pate, brown bread, prunes, and nuts. There was also an interesting incident when Viktor Patsayev turned 38
Still sounds pretty
in
like
space
sad
in
food.
1971 after his fellow cosmonauts toasted to his health with tubes of prune paste. Vladislav Volkov presented me with an onion, and Georgy
There's always
Gorovolsky
bad
with
apples
a
in any
lemon.
group,
They brought their
Ricey.
presents from Earth and had kept
There's
silent
also
about
always
them,
people
wanting to
who
surprise me. I especially
who will
enjoyed the
use the
onion.
name of
Now, I
something
find
to
this
like
a rather
do the
curious
worst
incident
things. It's
because
annoying.
What was he doing with that onion? Were they in paste form, or was it like
Most
an
people are
actual
gonna
lemon
be like
and
Buzz.
onion?
They're just
If
gonna
it was an
they're just
actual
gonna be
onion,
like,
were you
I want to eat the
biting
body
into
and
it?
blood of Christ on the
Couldn't find an
moon.
explanation.
I want to
Going
be the
back to
first
Americans,
cannibal
though,
on the
Apollo
moon.
missions were the first to have hot water on board so they could finally have a somewhat warm meal. But the real leap in food temperature came in 1973 with America's first space station, Skylab. It had a lot more room inside than the earlier space.
This is so random, but Catholics believe in transmogrification or whatever it's called. I always get the name wrong. Last year I said it was like conmagrification, like an idiot. Does the Church of England believe in transmogrification? I don't know. Lutherans believe in like transcomogrification or something. This is just like what the Eucharist does when you. It's really like nitty gritty like Christian Eucharist stuff. Don't worry about it. It doesn't really matter.
Capsules so they could have something resembling a kitchen. They had a dedicated dining space, a heater that could warm meals, and even a refrigerator which allowed them to have
looks nice.
ice cream, which came in the form of frozen blue wafers that would melt when
I might
popped
have to
into
check
the astronaut's
something.
mouth. What they did not have was what was marketed as astronaut ice cream. That was very popular in the 70s and 80s when I was a kid. It is delicious, but it never actually went into space.
Yeah, so that was the marketing thing. Somebody said about Tang is like it was never space related. Astronaut ice cream was the actual not real thing. That's just freeze dried ice cream.
See, Mission Control could only
that was
hear
what
was
you were
going
thinking
on
about Tang. I
in
think
the
that was Storm who
spacecraft,
said
and
that.
all of a sudden,
yeah,
they heard Helen's voice.
That was the thing. That
Helen
was just
in
marketing
Skylab.
Storm.
The boys hadn't had a home-cooked meal in so long, I thought I'd just bring one up. Though my favorite space food practical joke definitely comes from the Soviets, though it was when the Soviets and Americans met up for the first time in space.
Oh, the
And so it
faithful
was- I mean, they were on
sheriff,
the
if you're
phone
thinking
with
about the burnt
president,
peanut
and
copy.
It was being televised. It was a big come-together moment. And then one of the cosmonauts, Alexei Leonov, he offers the two astronauts, the Americans, tubes that said vodka on them, and it was like some of the best vodka
the sheriff thing is
from
annoying
from Russia, and they were like, no, we can't do that. That's against the rules. Well, especially with the cameras here, we can't do that. And the Russians were like, come on, we have to toast to this. It's a Russian tradition. You gotta have some. Well, not wanting to start an international incident, one of the Americans takes a drink and realizes, it's not vodka, it's borscht. Leonov had just switched the labels. Now, vodka did eventually make it into space, but it wasn't until 1995, after the fall
I
of the
don't
Soviet
believe
Union,
it.
when some of the
I
rules
don't
became a little
believe
bit
it.
more lax, and they let vodka.
No, I do not believe. I know it's the Soviet Union. I know they have gulags. I do not believe it was not until 1995 that they got vodka into space. I don't believe you. This is some cover up. This is a conspiracy theory. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Just like when the faithful sheriff says that his design wasn't a ripoff of a burnt peanut. I don't believe it. We're gonna have to. Okay, the dog is being a little piece of shit. We might have to end it after we watch Voyage de la Lune.
To celebrate staying a record 437 days in space. Now, by this period, food in space had completely changed, and you look at videos
took the
from
Lord
the
name in
90s
vain.
and the early thousands, and you see astronauts and cosmonauts.
Yeah, he's weird.
At the different
people
space
troll
stations,
him. I can't
eating
say how
everything
they
from
troll him,
M&Ms to
but
fresh
the way
fruit,
people troll him on
pizza,
Twitter is
granola
really
bars.
funny.
I'm sure they weren't Nature
Because
Valley
they use an
granola bars
edited
because, for crumbs.
picture of him.
Plug the instruments.
There are still
That is very
freeze-dried and some
inappropriate, and he
dehydrated
gets
foods
very
and stuff,
upset
but
about it.
The days of food paste squeezed from a tube, I believe those had come to an end. But as late as 2008, according to NASA, they were still sending up at least a little bit of Tang with different missions.
He's just a copycat, is all
as
Sheriff
always,
was.
in crystal form, never in pie form like I'm about to eat right now. And here
He
we
had
are,
no personality
Tang
his
Pie
own
from the
except,
1960s.
well, to take
I am
from
glad
others,
that
which
it's
is not a good
as
trait. He's
unbelievably
going to eat the
bright
pie!
orange as the Tang was originally, with adding in the Cool Whip and everything, kind of mellows it out and makes it look not so bad. I'm going to try to get some of the...
Not so
frosting and
bad!
everything. It's very,
I like
very
the
soft.
orange color.
Mine has been in the refrigerator now for at least, I don't know, 12 hours or more.
In the past, they were probably able to use different color dyes. More cancer, but more color. Better for you. That's not...
Tang.
Okay.
Right.
This doesn't look promising.
I know why they call it Tang. That is tangy. That has some zing to it, some zip. I don't like that flavor at all. But I don't really like sour
So
things.
when I get the Tang, make the drink,
do
but
like sour
maybe
things, you
don't
actually might
make
like
the
this.
pie.
What
Got
it kind
it.
of reminds me of is a sweet version, or a very sweet, like, lemon meringue or key lime pie. But I don't really like that. It's just too sour for me. It just tastes like
Opus said key lime pie, I think, so he was pretty right on the money with that. It's just artificial key lime pie, though, so in all honesty, I think you'd be better off with key lime pie. In all honesty, because this Tang is just artificial flavoring, isn't it?
Hadn't, like, dissolved, but they are all
Or
dissolved now,
processed
super
flavoring,
smooth.
I should say.
I think if I was a kid who liked
Just
sour
leave out the
things, I
sour
would actually
cream.
really, really like this.
Okay, so the sour cream...
But as an adult who doesn't like sour things, it's not for me. But it might be for you. If you like key lime pie,
so maybe...
worth giving a shot.
Well, I
It's a
don't
lot
like...
easier. So have some space food. Join me next
Well,
week
I
for
don't
the
like
wrap-up
lemons
of
for that reason, which is
transportation
why
and food
I
tasting
prefer
history, and I will see
limes
you
over
next
lemons
week,
whenever a
hopefully,
recipe
on
calls
Tasting
for
History.
lemon, except for fish. Only fish do I use lemon in. but I always use lime. I use lime. Oh, that's what I do in, that's the sour. That's the sour in apple pie. We went full circle. In apple pie, I use lime instead of lemon because I cannot stand lemon. That's what it is. I don't like key lime pie either. But maybe the tang pie will be better because it won't have the sour in it. Ooh, maybe the sours are a problem because it's not, because I was talking about bitters in my other examples of pie ingredients. And I was like trying to justify the sour as a bitter, but sour isn't a bitter, but a sour is a sour, not a bitter. Okay. Let's wrap up. My dog's losing his mind, so we had like, I think actually I'm gonna check real quick to see if we are missing any chat recommendation videos. I don't think so. Okay. I want to make sure that the history of spacesuit designs, which I want to watch. I want to watch that one, but we just don't have time. We only have time to watch this, and I've been promising this for a long time. This is Voyage de la Lune, and I'm gonna pray I don't get copyright struck, so I'm gonna put it on extra quiet. This, if I remember, firstly for context, I believe this is based off of the Vernon Wells. Wait, is that his name, or is it Wells Vernon? Who the sci-fi writer who made the story? Hold up. Moon. From the Earth to the Moon by, this is inspired by, From the Earth to the Moon by Jules Verne. What the? Vernon Wells is a planet in Helldivers. What the heck was I talking about? It was written by a Helldivers planet. Oh god, I am dumb. And I'm pretty sure Vernon Wells is actually a combination of two sci-fi writers' names anyways, so it's its own reference. But this is inspired by the, if I remember correctly, the book From the Earth to the Moon, which is an early science fiction story by Vernon Wells. Wait. I said it again. I said Vernon Wells again like an idiot. By Jules Verne. I'm stupid. By Jules Verne, written in 1865. Oh, have you sang Fly Me to the Moon? No, but I might do that for the closer. Ooh, I might get the karaoke up, and for the ending screen, I might do that after I sign you guys out. Ooh, thank you for reminding me of that. I might do a little karaoke at the end. I like how there's just a wizard. I love how there's just a wizard dude. They all kind of look like wizards, to be honest. But the one guy who's sitting down is just he's just about to like go and teach at like Hogwarts. I swear to goodness. This movie was 1902, by the way. This is very much public domain, so do not worry. And then look at that special effects chat. They just their telescopes turned into stools. I don't really understand how or why, but they did. Oh, it's wonderful. This is so old. I like the matte painting in the background. I didn't even realize that was a matte painting until just this moment. That's a really nice matte painting. You can see how they're bumping into it sometimes, so you can see that it's like a fabric matte painting, but sometimes every now and then the guy, one of them might bump into it and you can see the whole thing shake. You can see how the board is part of the matte painting, so when he draws on it, it all shakes a little. They're planning to go to the moon right now. They're fighting on whether it's practical or not, whether it's actually can be done. You know, like real gentlemen. It's madness, madness! It can't be done! I think so. Ooh. God, is this? I think this might be before they even had like the cutaways for text in movies. So it's all has to be pantomimed. Do you think that, like, they have authority based on how long their beards are? Is it intentional that half these guys look like mimes? Oh, the French women have arrived with their buxom booties. That is really... that is some actually... Their outfits are actually really nice, the French women. Why are they... Wait, can I show this on stream? They're getting undressed. What is happening? What? Okay, they're getting Okay, they're just changing their coats. It's safe, Dad. I was really worried for a minute there. The government. I love how the guys in the background, you can tell that it's just like modern films where like the better like makeup and whatnot is being used for the people in the foreground, while the people in the background just had the worst wigs imaginable. They're building a thing. Again, that's like a cardboard cutout, but they put a lot of work to like give that painting depth. Oh, wait a minute. They did a lot of good job to make that look like it has depth, because that is not as big as it looks like it is. That's effectively just 2 cardboard cutouts. That's really nice. Ooh, layered on top of each other. That's literally how I make thumbnails. Ooh. Check stream talk. Wait a minute. Ooh. This is public domain, so I will be so annoyed. Oh, okay. You're saying your chat got censored. Okay, sorry for pausing it. I thought I paused it because when he said censored, I didn't realize he's saying stream talk censored. Okay, thank you though. I thought he said that this was getting hit for copyright. Again, bullshit if it was, because this is very fair use. I love that. It's so light that you can tell it's like probably made out of cardboard or something, whatever they had for cardboard back then. But just that, that spy scope, that telescope. Oh, that was a nice effect that they did there, actually. The steam hiding the change of painting. So I thought he was saying check stream talk to see that it was censored, but the wizard world is so weird. It's like you can help humanity so much, but they rather stay hidden. Then they have an active terror. I can't say that word. Not because of YouTube, not because I can't pronounce it. Group running the around, and they don't even try to work with. Yeah, I know. The Grindelwald thing from Harry Potter, I think you're talking about. They're all getting shoved into a bullet because they're like, how do we? Because back then they didn't have rockets, so they're like, how do we get to space? And so they're like, well, you get to space by just, well, what's the fastest thing we have? We have gun. We have gun. Make really big gun. Put human in bullet. Get human to space. It was a simpler time, a purer time. Yeah, but the politics of, just gonna go back to the politics of Harry Potter are not the most thought out. It was meant to be like like, what if we had secret wizard schools in like the 70s? And they didn't really think about the wider world building. J.K. Rowling did not think about the world building past that point at all. Why don't we have this happen during our like space missions? We just have a random colonel with a league of varyingly attractive like French women. Some of those women weren't looking too good. Oh my god, the man on the moon! Oh, Voldemort. You think they'd care more about Voldemort, but they really don't. That's just like an England issue in Lord of the Rings. Voldemort's gonna like ruin it for everyone on the planet, and it's just like, hey, this one school in England, you take care of that. They got to the moon. They're on the moon. They're like, wow, we can breathe. Oh, thank goodness. Imagine if the movie just had like, just the latch opens up and they all suffocate horrifically and painfully. No, you can't just do a cut and have it so that, like, the thing disappears. I was wondering why there was a random cut. Hey, the moonrise, like Apollo 8. Oh, this is a documentary of Apollo 8. It all makes sense now. Oh. This is what they don't want you to know about the moon landings. The SAS would cook Voldemort. That's actually pretty fun. Oh god, that's just the power system of, like, the funniest thing is when you have a crazy power system and then it's just like, well, I cast gun. Voldemort, I have a death spell. Me, cool. I have to be in, like, ear range for that death spell to work. You know what I don't need to be in hearing range of? To use this sniper rifle. Bye. Oh, look at those. There's French women again, but now they're stars. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. Oh, no. Okay, so those are constellations, but I thought there were 7 of them. So actually, those might have been the 7 sisters. Those might have been the Pleiades. Ooh, those might have been the 7 sisters looking down on them, and this would be a different constellation with Saturn and, Oh, and now it's snowing? They're very optimistic about the moon. You could just breathe on it, there'd be moon, the Subaru would look down on you. They were so optimistic, chat. I suppose they couldn't keep it a complete secret from the government, but that just means that in Harry Potter there's just a conspiracy with the government keeping the wizard secret, which is funny. Big shrooms, chat. They hit the jackpot. Oh my god, this kind of feels like it was made by a guy on shrooms. I feel like this might just be his fantasy. That's gonna. Oh, it did turn into a mushroom. And it's growing. Oh, they're so excited. They're like, we're gonna get so baked, guys. Oh my god, we hit the mother lode. Oh, what is that? It's a little goblin man. There's a little gobbo. Moon, welcome, Lan. We're watching a very old. He just killed it. It's like a Project Hail Mary. They encounter first alien life. Humanity encounters alien life for the first time. Immediately kill it. Spoilers for Project Hail Mary. And now Satan? Oh, they're like crab people. What is going on here? Okay, so the crab people who live on the moon, who have star women enslaved, have captured them. This has escalated, and I did not see this coming. He broke out. He killed their king. He just killed him. And that guy's like dancing about it. That one, everyone else was upset, but that one dude was really happy. Why are people molding over Artemis 2? People aren't. That's the thing. You said journalists, not humans, not people. Nobody is molding. Ooh. You can't bring it up, then not bring it. No, it's just lamp shading. That's literally what that is, Ricey. Is that you bring something up just to be like, I covered this, and I was like, yeah, but did you actually address it? No, but I brought it up, so that's as good as like, ooh, that's as good. Are they just gonna fall off the moon to get off of the moon? That guy looked like a Metroid enemy when he jumped onto it, though. But that guy, the alien is, that's gonna be a Chekhov's alien. They're gonna get back to Earth, and like in Galaxy Quest, the alien's still, there's the alien. The alien's gonna like jump out, and they're gonna kill it for like, you know, like at the end. That's where Galaxy Quest got it from. Galaxy Quest ripped it off. The finale of Galaxy Quest was ripped off from this. Also, they fell in the water. I don't know. That's actually oddly accurate. Actually, a lot of things from the Earth, from the Moon was based off of their understanding of science at the time. Ooh. Ooh, just got back from dinner. I hope you had a good dinner. We were watching Cooking with Babbage, so I'm a little hungry myself. Come on, the alien. The alien. Come on, Chekhov's alien. And they're all back. They're being celebrated by the French women in short shorts for some reason. Why are the French women in, like, swimsuits? Maybe France really is, like, the, like, long lost... Maybe that's why Expedition 33 works so well, is that deep down, French people and Japanese people are just the same kind of freaks. It's just like, here's this women in swimsuits. Why? Why not? Saw you and Etta earlier, then your sister was watching the launch too. Ooh, I hope you enjoyed the launch as much as we did. There's the alien! I told you the alien would come back. Don't kill the alien. He's literally the first alien to be on Earth. They enslaved the alien. They enslaved the alien and make him dance. Oh, how French. How French of them. They went to the moon, discovered alien life, and immediately enslaved it. And they make it dance for amusement. They just... I think they might be the bad guys. That alien helped them get back to Earth. Say about it again and think about it. They're French. I mean, they're not human. They're like the inverse of, like, the Japanese. They make good animation, and they're all perverted. But they're all also smelly and, like, resentful. Meanwhile, the Japanese are, like... They are clean, and they love everyone. Except if you're a different type of Asian, then they hate you. But... they love Americans, as Twitter has shown, and that's been really heartwarming, by the way. Normally I'd say, like, don't go on Twitter, but Twitter recently has been amazing, because it's just been Americans and Japanese. After all the hopelessness, it's just been Americans and Japanese going, like, I like you. And then the Japanese go, I like you. And then it's just like, are we friends now? And the Japanese are like, yeah, we are friends now. It's been so nice. It's been honestly so nice. It's just, everyone else is like, we need to drag you down with just, like, annoying, petty talking points and, like, talking about things that don't matter. And then the Japanese are just like, do you like anime? And it's just like, I like anime. And Americans are like, I do like anime. What's that anime? What's that, Garugamesh! That's what it is. It's literally that, but IRL. I like Pocky! I like anime! Garugamesh! That's been Twitter for the last week. It's been genuinely heartwarming. It's been so nice. Speaking of Harry Potter, a new series is made for, the new series is made for who? No one. The new series is made out of spite to replace the original books, because nobody reads books anymore, and to replace the original movies to spite J.K. Rowling. I'm not even joking, by the way. The left hate it and don't want it because they hate J.K. Rowling, which is why it's being made. And the right won't watch it because of Black Snape. The right won't watch it because the people on the right who like Harry Potter have the movies and the books, so there's no point for the show. It's just going to be a longer, more dragged out, worse paced version of the movies that isn't done as well and is more immersion breaking. And I'm saying this about a movie about wizards, mind you. So it's just like, we have better thing already. So it's made for no one. It's just made out of spite. Niece was asking us a lot of questions. I hope you were able to answer them to the best of your ability. It feels like they just make it to keep the rights. That's also a thing that's done sometimes, but I don't know if it's the same people who made the movies, so it might be a different situation. It might just be a cash grab. I would be surprised if the Harry Potter show makes it through all 7 books. It might, but, like, again, who's gonna watch it? I don't know. Like, again, like, Potter people, like, they have the books and movies. So, like, why bother, you know? It's gonna... you know, I don't really know who's gonna watch it. It was cool watching the launch. It was really cool watching the launch, seeing it go up, how fast it went up. I thought it took longer to get to orbit for some reason, but no, they got there right quick. It was a powerful little thrusty rocket. Oh yeah, the movies art is better for pacing for Harry Potter. But I think that I wanted to do like 1 or 2 more videos, but that's pretty much all we can manage for today. I'm gonna look for a place to send you guys off to, but first I need to do I need to look up the karaoke for Fly Me to the Moon. Let me get that up real quick. What? I really hope I'm hoping my singing is so bad it makes the copyright not trigger. That's been reliable in the past, but I'll do that for the ending screen, but I need to look it up now. So Fly Me to the Moon. Fly Me to the Moon karaoke, and let me look for a place to send you guys off to. Thanks for the stream. Take care. You take care, Opus. Take care, Ricey. Take care, Zaza. Take care. Take care, Lon. Take care, everyone who's arrived. Take care, Edda's chat and my chat. Take care of all of you. To all of you, take care. My brain is a little fried right now. Swimsuit outfit. Doki Bird has a swimsuit outfit reveal, so I'm gonna send it to you there.
You're gonna give them some.
You could hear her for a half a moment, and then I had to take her away from you because I'm evil. But oh my god, it's a good stream. It's a good stream. It's a good stream. You know, swimsuit reveal by Doki Bird. Twitch. Does she simul stream? I don't think she does. Okay. You know what? I'm sending you to her anyways. You know what? I'm also going to link you to her. I know I shouldn't be linking off platform, but I'm going to link you to her. And for the people who want to stay on platform, let me send you to... I'm going to send you to Venna, because Venna is never streaming at the same time as me. She's doing these she's doing quarantine. It's like a zombie quarantine management game where you manage a camp and you fight off zombie hordes and you test people. So people want to stay on Twitch. There you go. There is Venna. She is super cool and whatnot. She is a friend of Power, and we have collabed in the past before. So you guys go to her. Okay. And I will now put up the ending screen. Wait, no, wait a minute. Do I have the ending screen? I do have the ending screen. Okay. And now we can do Frank Sinatra Flying Me to the Moon. This is gonna be bad. I'm so nervous. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. Doing this at the end of stream was a mistake. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Doing this at the end of stream was a mistake because my voice is shot. Not the best for singing. Also, talking over the solo intentionally, just so you know, the instrumental, you know, copyright, just in case. Do 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 do. Get the notes wrong. Confuse the AI. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. My voice. And if you're watching the VOD and you're like, I didn't hear any singing, that's because it had to get cut out because of copyright. just a future-proof that. Have a good night, everybody. We should be back tomorrow with Starship Troopers. And, well, on Saturday, I'm going to see family, so we won't be streaming on Friday. Ooh. Have a good night, everybody. I love you. Follow the links if you want to keep watching stuff. That's Doki Bird with a swimsuit on YouTube, and Vena and or Doki Bird on Twitch. I think I've been calling it Twitter because my brain is broken. I'm a dinosaur. I have tiny brain. Bye-bye.